We're living in a day and age where dudes are out here being famous for their ability to ignore warning signs and red flags. And we've got a couple of poster children here going into 2025 that should serve as very drastic warnings to fellas out there, regardless of your personal socioeconomic status, because this is not about money. This is not about dating. This is about power dynamics. And if you're not smart or intelligent or savvy or confident, you'll find yourself in this very unenviable position. Jeff Bezos, the world's richest simp, is at it again here. He is at it again. Now, for those of you who saw the inauguration of Donald Trump, well, Jeff Bezos's fiance, what are they doing nowadays? She showed up, of course, looking, well, yeah. She showed up doing what she does. Why? Nothing inappropriate going on here. Nothing inappropriate at all. Every time she shows up, she's putting on a show for everybody. And please understand who that is for and who that's not for. This woman is 55 years old. 55 years old. Shows up for a presidential inauguration, ready for OnlyFans. This was not for the sake of the general public, however. This was for the sake of Jeff Bezos. This was for him. Because of all, as I've always told you all, for little geeky beta dudes who are not used to female attention, they are very, very easily impressed and even more easily bamboozled. He thinks this was a flex. There's the problem. Jeff Bezos thinks this was a flex. But when you actually check the paperwork and check the documentation, you realize it wasn't. Now, just to very briefly go over this. Some papers and whatnot, they're trying to make a story of the fact that Mark Zuckerberg might have been sneaking a peek. Then again, there wasn't very much to sneak at. She was going out of her way to be seen. She was going out of her way to put it on display. She wasn't going to let being over half a century old get in the way of clout chasing. But even more important is some of the other stuff that was said. Now, this was her. And what she say, we're not going to let little things like that get in the way. But here's the other part. According to the Daily Mail, it said that, however, according to an insider who spoke to The Sun, Bezos allegedly doesn't have a problem with the attention that Sanchez gets from others. The thing with Jeff that nobody realizes is he's essentially a massive nerd and always has been. That's why he's been so successful as a businessman, the source told the outlet. When he first got with Lauren, he finally felt like the cool, popular kid at school, the hunky quarterback with a hot cheerleader on his arm. The hunky quarterback with a hot cheerleader on his arm. He loves going out with her looking smoking hot. He loves the looks other men give Lauren. It makes him feel powerful that she chose him. And this is the problem with not realizing whether you are the man or whether you're the damn simp. Other men staring at your woman is not necessarily a flex. Other men wanting to look at your woman isn't necessarily a flex. Other men wanting to sleep with your woman damn sure ain't a flex. And if you have to go trotting around on display all the damn time, what that really shows is you don't think that you're enough. You need her to establish your status, which of course is what insecure dudes who are not used to getting female attention do. Only Jeff is just taking it to excess, which just proves to everyone that money just makes you more of what you already are. If you're already insecure, you're going to keep doing insecure things and not notice it. Now, the fact that she knows her way around the bedroom shouldn't come as any surprise, by the way. the fact that she does, and I'm not being disrespectful to speaking out of turn, because let me tell y'all, there's some crazy work. There is some crazy work that goes into these things, man. There is some crazy work that goes into it. When you take a look over this woman's dating history, we're going to use the word dating. We're just going to use the word dating. We're not going to say some of the other stuff we could say, but when you take a look over her dating history, it's like, I'll be damned. Case in point here, and this is a lesson to be learned while you think you're showing her off and while you think she's a status symbol. Her dating history before Jeff Bezos. Let's see. Tony Gonzalez, she had a kid with him. Didn't have to be married, by the way. Yep. Didn't have to be married for that. Not at all. So, okay. Rory Marcus. This looks familiar. Anthony Miller. Okay. Derek Fisher. Okay, folks, do you need my help with this? Do you really need my help with this? I think this kind of writes itself when you think about it. This kind of writes itself when you think about it, doesn't it? Boy, did you need me to go ahead and explain that to you? Because according to them, we do. All right. All right. Tony Gonzalez, Henry Simmons. Yeah, you thought the list was over. You thought the list was over. You thought the list was over. Okay. All right. So needless to say, she has been a lot of places with a lot of men. She likes them athletic, except when she doesn't. And she's been looking for a soft place to land. But it gets even more than that, folks. According to The Sun, now strap yourselves in her prime. Oh boy, those are embarrassing words to hear when you picked her up at 55. In her prime, NFL fans shocked to learn Jeff Bezos' fiance Lauren Sanchez has a child with Chiefs legend who also works for Amazon. What? Oh yeah, her baby daddy works for Amazon. This is Tony Gonzalez with Jeff Bezos. Now think about this for a few moments. Yeah, there you see it. I want to know all the fellas in here who think nothing strange going on here. Jason, why this makes perfect sense. I need to know all the stepdads that this has been you. Jason, I'm not insecure. I'd like to know this when your woman is sandwiched in between you and the baby daddy? And you sitting there cheesing, and somebody over here at the Daily Mail thinks that this is a flex?
Nigga, please.
Somebody over there at the Daily Mail thought this was a flex. Because this looks like hypergamy like a son of a gun. You ask me? There's Tony sitting like, yeah, that's right. I ain't even got paid for it. She got somebody else to pick up that tab. I can just sit over here and chase other hoes. By the way, they do share a son together named Nico. He's now 23. The former Flames are still close, having been spotted at numerous outings together. What? I need all the stepdaddies to step up right quick and explain this to me. Explain to me how this makes sense. Explain to me how this is your ideal situation. Y'all got some explaining to do. The trips even included their new partners. What? Sanchez is believed to be close with Gonzalez and his new wife, October. She previously referred to him as one of her best friends. Damn! The four, listen to me, folks. The four. This is Jeff Bezos, his fiance, his fiance's baby daddy, and the baby daddy's new wife. The four shared a vacation together in Greece last summer. Damn! And Gonzalez even works for Bezos on his Amazon Prime Thursday night football production. Damn! 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 Now, this is the part of the story that nobody's been talking about. Nobody's been saying anything about that, and I just found this all to be very interesting. Yeah, that's a winner, ain't it? Jeff Bezos is working overtime to be beta-simp cuck of the year. And he ain't doing it for a 25-year-old. He's doing it with a 55-year-old with 3 kids already. 55-year-old with 3 kids, and he's paying top dollar. And the baby daddy still gets to sit up here and circle. Hell, he getting paid off of him too. Folks, this ain't cucking, this is pimping.
And deal with it.
This ain't just cucking anymore, this is pimping. We crossed cucking a ways back there. Ways back there. This is what happens when a man is not used to sex. This is what happens when a man is not used to attention. This is what happens when a man starts trying to compensate and overcompensate. He starts grabbing chicks who used to be hot. They used to be hot. They used to be the it girl. Now he's glad to pick her up out of the discount bin because it was frictionless. She didn't fight over it. So she's not afraid to go over the top because that's her job. And because he ain't used to nothing, he thinks he's got a supercar. And it's like, dude, it's impossible for a female to be a supercar at 55. That's not mathematically possible. She's just new to you. But I mean, she's been around and around and around and around. And when a man has to start overlooking this many bodies, and she's been through a bunch of athletes, bruh, you're not the next athlete. Very glad that with a few $billion, you found a personal trainer. You and Tony Gonzalez are nowhere near being in the same league, bruh. You and he are not peers. You're the guy who's made sure that her hypergamous agenda has been fulfilled. She was in her 20s and 30s. I mean, getting the rodeo romp with as many athletes as she wanted to. I mean, she was grabbing every buck she could, and I don't mean dollars. I mean, she was getting ragdolled and loving every minute of it. And you all know what they say. When a female has a child with a man, she wants to keep that man. She had Tony Gonzalez's kid and said, you don't have to get married. Think about that for a few moments. She was willing to have Tony Gonzalez's child and didn't require marriage. With Jeff Bezos, oh, you got to marry me. Think about that for a few moments. You got to marry me. Tony Gonzalez didn't have to marry you. Miller didn't have to marry you. Simmons didn't have to marry you. Rory didn't have to marry. Everybody else got to marry. Jeff Bezos, the last guy who shows up and catches you at the end of the damn line, at the low point of your valuation, he got to pay the most. He's got to pay the most. He has to be the most committed. He has to pay the most money. He's got to give you the most shine. He's got to resurrect your name. He got to do that. There are questions that men need to ask themselves before they go off and make stupid decisions. Yes, it's a stupid decision. First of all, who paid for her surgery? Damn! Because there's a question right there. If she had it before she got with Jeff, by the way, do you realize what the hell that means? Can you imagine being the dumbass who paid for her surgery? Can you imagine that? You're the idiot who paid for her surgery. You've gone off and paid for that so Jeff Bezos can go gripping on it. Think about that for a few moments. You pay for breast implants, you pay for butt implants, you pay for liposuction, you pay for removing of varicose veins, and think about that for a few moments. You did all that. The cellulite reduction, you pay for all that just so she can go jump on top of another football player. Think about that for a few moments. Some of you fellas are upset because you bought a chick a meal. Imagine being the guy who paid for her plastic surgery and now she's off to the next man. Then imagine being the billionaire at 55 years old thinking that he's got a smoke show. And it's like, dude, all you're showing us is you ain't really seen very much. That's all you're showing us. But this is what happens when a square, lame dude gets a hold of a chick who knows her way around a bedroom and knows how to put you in a tonsil tongue lock. When you get a chick who know how to throw it down and she knows you ain't never had no triple X rated nothing before. She knows what to do with athletes. She was like, oh, I'm going to have this little square bastard wrapped around my pinky toe. He ain't never had triple X rated nothing. He don't know what it's like. She's like, look here, I'm freak off certified. Do you know how many athletes I've been with in their prime? Oh, Jeff is just mind blown. You know what a square dude like that tells himself? He tells himself that he's the best she ever had. What? He's telling himself that he's the best she ever had. Well, you're certainly the richest. No doubt about that. But when your woman goes this damn far out of her way to keep her baby daddy around, dude, she's cool on you. You're part of an exit plan. This is an insult, man. This is an insult. And the fact he let it go on and he's financing it is just like, okay, man, look here. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. However, he's not the only one. He is not the only one. A lot of y'all got a lot of explaining to do out here. A lot of folks have a lot of explaining to do here because speaking of folks who are cucked out and whatnot, some of them are that way and don't realize. You don't realize that your woman is for the streets and she is becking to get back in them streets and she's letting you know that what you got is not enough. Case in point. Kiara Sheard, is that her name? Kiara Sheard and her husband. Oh, this is embarrassing story of the week. This is embarrassing story of the week. But y'all thought that Cheryl Lee Ralph was the most embarrassing thing you're gonna read or hear this week, this year. You thought she was. You ain't seen these two yet. You have not seen these two yet. This guy looking like a discount Bow Wow. A discount Little Scrappy. Damn! That's what I meant. A discount Little Scrappy. So this chick is supposed to be a gospel singer. I don't know what Church of the Living THOT she is a member of. I don't know what that is. I will just say here that she's letting you know, if I could get back out here in these streets, I really want street credibility, but I can't really get it. Well, Jason, what do you mean? She posted this on Instagram. This is really so unladylike unwifely, absolutely so disgustingly unmotherly. The joys of being a wife and mother, the whole household has been in my abdomen. Hooray. This is your gospel singers today. This qualifies as a gospel singer. I guess she qualifies as a gospel singer the same way that Taylor Swift qualifies as a rapper, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and go over a couple of things here. First of all, you're supposed to be married and you're supposed to be a mother, and yet you trying to talk like what? Why are you trying to advertise your sex life, first of all, in front of the world? Second of all, what the world, whole house church she comes from? Why would a married woman be talking like this? Because she like, hey, I'm not really sexually validated, so I'm going to go talk to a bunch of total strangers and discuss that. Married life is boring. It's supposed to be boring. That's what you asked for. You wasn't really making it in the streets. You said you don't want variety anymore. You don't want choices anymore. You don't want options anymore. You're out the field. Okay, if you're off the field, what the hell are you doing trying to signal to people that you're sexually active? Ain't you supposed to be hiding out somewhere being a nobody? Who do you think you're impressing? Because this is insulting for a man, because as a man, if your woman is out there putting your sexual business in the streets, nigga, she gonna put your financial business in the streets. Damn! You don't keep nothing like that around. Now I'm gonna go a little bit further because, ma'am, you gotta earn the right to be able to talk like that. This is her. Baby, you got to earn the right. Looking like little Lizzo. Ma'am, what is we doing? You got to earn the right. Ma'am, TMI. He was rearranging your insides. I hope the nigga brought a forklift. Damn.
And deal with it, nigga.
Ma'am, you should be embarrassed to be calling attention to that torso. That's what I'm saying. You should be a little too self-conscious to be trying to draw people's attention to that midsection. If I were you, I would hire a publicist to get people distracted from it, is what you should be doing. I would not be trying to advise anybody to draw attention to it. I really wouldn't be doing it. Not me. Not me. Especially on the, there go them insides again. Oh, man. There go them insides again. All right. All right. Triple chin, anyone? Triple cheeseburger, triple chin. Oh, we got our filters on. Baby, look here. It's not taking the age. It might take age off. It ain't taking weight off, though. All right. Never mind. Yeah, let's keep that up there. This is January 1st, by the way. New Year's. Rocking in the New Year's. There we go. There we go. Baby, you trying to brag? What you bragging on? What are you bragging on? What's she bragging on? Oh, she wants to call attention to it? Okay, let's call attention to it. I'm fair game. We'll call attention to it. By the way, I just couldn't help it. Since you called attention to it, I couldn't help but notice. I couldn't help but notice. So she's a good size 16, 18, and letting you know that she wants to talk like the THOTs. The sexual attention from her husband is not enough. She wants validation from the rest of the world that, hey, I'm enjoying things. Trust me, baby, if you were enjoying it, you wouldn't have to say a damn thing. You'd be too busy enjoying it. Why are you coming to a bunch of people who didn't ask to know? When you're doing that, you're trying to compensate for something you don't have. It's cringe. This is cringe, baby. Nobody. That's the crazy part is that she was talking about, Where is that thing? Where is it? Let me go find that right quick. Didn't have that at first. Let me go ahead and find that right quick. Let me go ahead and find that right quick. Yeah. From the Ricky Smiley show. This is from the Ricky Smiley show. I'm not sharing my man. Kiara shared Kelly, we'll come back to that, says friends can't stay around her husband. This was 2 days ago. Ladies, how many of y'all are lined up to steal this dude? I'm just curious. Ladies, she told y'all to back off. She's trying to let the world know that she's got the ultimate hunk of man, that even though she's in the church and she's built like the fifth pew, she wants you ladies to know that, by the way, hands out, you can look but you can't touch. She wanted to come let all you ladies know you can look but you can't touch. He's mine, all mine. He is mine, all mine. All you females trying to hop the back fence, trying to sneak your way in. Kiara just wants you to know she ain't having it. Y'all just fall back. After all, she is all the woman that he can handle. She's all the woman that he can handle. Now, here's the crazy part about it. This is what dovetails off of Jeff Bezos and whatnot. When you've got dudes out here, we're going to go walk through this, and I got to tell the truth about this. Got to tell the truth about it. Now, she's telling folks here to stay away from her husband, and she ain't sharing him and this, that, and the other. I'm like, baby, who are you trying to fool right now? Who do you think that you're impressing? I guess she thinks we're impressed. Well, why don't we see why it is? Now, she's the one who brought attention to this. Okay. Well, what would be impressed by? Well, let's take a look at status. On Instagram, she has 1.5 million followers. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I'm going to go take a look at his. Oh, there it is. He's got 84,000. What? And most of those most likely came from her. Yeah. Go over to her YouTube channel. She's got 397,000 subscribers on YouTube. Damn. Go over to his. 510. Y'all back on up now. He's all hers. After all, he's got the lower back strength to be able to rearrange her interior, so she wants to let you know that she's got a real man's man. She wanted to let you all know that, yo, man, you just think he's something. She got the real deal. Can't you see? Creole King said that her father is John Drew Sheard Sr., presiding bishop of the Church of God in Christ, and her mother is Karen Clark of the Clark sisters. And this is what they raised. This is what they raised. And apparently she thinks her husband is a flex. I'm not saying that. She's saying that. So fellas, when a female goes this far out of her way, she's either trying to fool the world to make herself look better, or she's trying to reinforce your broken ego. Not sure which one it is, although judging by some of these numbers, yeah. Then you have some of the hoes. Did he say hoes? I damn sure did.
And deal with it, nigga.
Some of the hoes trying to back it up. There's one here, Lexi Television. Okay. Very, very interested to meet you, ma'am. Very glad to hear that. I love Jesus. She's the first one co-signing this garbage. If my husband ain't in my, well, I don't want him. Amen, somebody. Then you wonder why it is that men don't go to church? Because this is the church. And they have not run these jackals and trash out of the church. Then you wonder why the men ain't going to church. Because this what you gonna find. She fancies herself as an artist. I love Jesus. Soror. So that tells you everything else you need to know. She wants to let you know. And I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, okay. She's triple X rated and just triple X. Damn! Well, she's triple X rated and triple XL. Triple X rated and triple XL. Baby, that Hyundai ain't gonna carry you. No. You got to get a Ford F-150. An Expedition, that little old Hyundai Palisade ain't gonna carry you. So stop the cap. Stop the cap. All she could do was front like she was gonna get in it. Ma'am, you are wasting. No, ma'am. No. No. You front like you're gonna get. No, ma'am. She gets behind the steering wheel. It looks like a polar bear wrestling a donut. No. Doesn't this look friendly? Yeah, wife material. Where the hell? Where my husband? Hiding from you. That's where he's at. Oh, here's one right here. Precision, power, perfection. Oh, well, maybe I was wrong. But I would. Oh, boy. Oh, my. Oh, my. 9.8. I think that's registering on the Richter scale. Damn! Yeah, I think that's the register on the Richter scale. That's what I think that one is. 9.8. That's her registering on the Richter scale. And of course, back tattoos, so of course, you know where all this goes. You know where all this goes. Yeah. This is the one co-signing Kiera. That's the one co-signing. Should I keep going? These are the old aged out hoes who couldn't make it. And this is what they spend their years and days doing now. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. So just to let you know that, yeah, that's what's happening. However, that is not the most damning thing here. That's not the most damning part. Because there's actually a bigger, more, really quite frankly, embarrassing one. Really more embarrassing one. And I just thought I would go ahead and point that out. The thing I'm pointing out is that some folks don't recognize when things aren't quite right. You see, when you go and look this woman up, oh, hell. Yeah, she didn't quite think about that now, did she? When you go and look her up, you find out different things. While you take a look and you see something different. Remember what I told you there before when I said, remember about Ricky Smiley, remember his page. We gonna come back to that. Remember that one? Yeah, I just couldn't help but notice something. Did you all notice that on her Instagram, this is a married woman. hell? Did you all notice that this is a married woman? And yet, look at how she refers to herself on her social media. Damn! Oh. Oh, well, I'm sure that's just her Instagram, and I'm sure that's just an oversight. And I'm sure that even though she has 1.5 million followers and she regularly posts up on there and whatnot, I'm sure that that's just an oversight. Right? Facebook, 1 million followers. I'm sure that too. I'm sure that's just another oversight. Right? There's her Twitter X. Just another 3 times the charm, right? Yeah. This is just me making this up, and this is just me pointing it out, and that's all there is to that. Yeah, no mention of a husband. No mention of a husband. All right. Now, in all honesty, before anybody tries to jump up and say something, yes, I will acknowledge that, by the way, yeah, that is right. Kiara sheared Kelly. At least that's what it says up there. But when it comes down here, the YouTube tag is actually just catching Kiara. Homemade ice cream with Lakeisha. Damn! Damn! Auntie, chill! Damn! Oh, it's too much cooking going on this page. He got married to her and she was like, screw it, nigga, you ain't making no money no damn way. I gotta keep myself happy somehow. Pass that damn turkey drumstick. All right. She's got more stuff up here in case you take a look. She's got more stuff. Well, she identifies herself as Kelly in the TikTok, but everything else, not for me. Not for me. Hey, you still want to flex about old dude? You still think we're impressed now? Still think any of us wish we could trade places? You're trying to draw attention to your sex habits? You think we're impressed, or do you think we're all like, baby, please sit your crazy looking ass down? Folks, listen to me. Listen. You better make sure you are where you want to be. Because otherwise you end up looking crazy like this. You better make sure you end up where you want to be. Jeff Bezos, you better make sure that this is the kind of broad you want to be kicking it with. Because when you in it, you in it. Just because you didn't realize what the game was. And she did. Next thing you know, you sitting up here looking crazy as hell. You're at the damn football games and things, booed up with your damn fiance's baby daddy. You're not just at the football game, you at the football games booed up with her and him. Bruh. What happened to self-respect, man? What happened to it? Dudes are so hard up today for female company that they're just like, man, screw it. Just screw it. It's my turn. It's my turn. I got $50 billion. Well, it's my turn. It's my turn. So this is how much all that is worth. That's what it's worth. That's what it's worth having. That's what you are communicating to the world. That $50 billion, $100 billion. And yeah, I'm literally, by the way, Tony is head and shoulders over Jeff. head and shoulders. Your chick is just beaming, gleaming. And she's like, I got the best of both worlds. I still have access to the alpha dude, and the little beta bastard is over here financing everything else. Why shouldn't I just ride out? What you mean, chill for what? Why shouldn't I ride out? I'm 55 years old. I'm not gonna have any children for Jeff. Damn! Oh yeah, one more thing. I've already had my 3 children, and I'm not gonna have any with you. This is a crazy thing today, fellas. When you're there's most males out here today are sexual scavengers regardless of their socioeconomic status. And the women know this because all they have to do is look in their DMs and they can see what reality really is. And so these guys are out here just patiently waiting their turn. And then she comes up to you with an absolutely scandalous raw deal. And you're like, well, I remember her from 30 years ago. Which in her case, that's literally what the math would be. From 25 to 55 is 30 damn years. And Jeff is like, I'll wait my turn. And here he is with billion. It didn't take these other dudes billions of dollars to bag her. And Jeff is like, here's the billions. And he doesn't understand, bruh. If you didn't have your money, would she have given you a second thought? No. And he doesn't care. He's just, he thinks she impresses us. He doesn't know the difference between a superstar and a spectacle. And what he's showing you is that as far as he's concerned, $100 billion is worth somebody's baby mama. That he is here to pay bills and wine and dine and take her around the world. And it would be different if he was on the Ashton Kutcher thing with the sneaky link. I would have been like, Jeff, that's the way to play it. That's how you do it. She's 55 years old. She doesn't have a future. And the sneaky link, that's the way to play. That's the play. Y'all, he's sitting here booed up with her damn baby daddy. He's going to, fellas, how many of you would go on an overseas vacation with your girlfriend and her ex, whether they had children together or not? How many of you fellas would go on vacation with your girlfriend and her ex? If you would, give me the airplane emoji. If you wouldn't, give me the red X emoji and hit the likes button. There's over 1,600 people in here live right now. But fellas, if you would go on an overseas trip with your ex, with your girlfriend's ex, he can go along. Why, we're all adults, aren't we? We're all adults, right? I want to know, hey fellas, which one of you're confident enough and you're secure in your manhood enough that you would go on an overseas vacation with your girlfriend? She say, hey baby, can my ex come with us? He'll bring his girlfriend. Don't worry, he'll bring his girlfriend. Give me the airplane emoji if you would do that, but give me the red X emoji if you like, hell no. This is the real damn world. He thinks that we're impressed. No, Jeff Bezos doesn't just think we're impressed. He thinks we're envious. And this Water Buffalo Bill Heifer does too. People, it's crazy out here right now. It is insane out here right now. It really, really is. Everybody is trying to convince you that they've got options. Everybody's trying to convince you that they got it on lock. Everybody's going out of their way to do that. And I'm like, If you really did, you wouldn't have to say anything. You wouldn't have to show nothing. It'd be self-evident. This guy's sitting up here with his wife, and he has no say. He has no say whatsoever. Ain't nobody ever asked for an interview with him. They don't give a damn what he thinks. He is irrelevant. He's a nobody. She's trying to make herself feel better about the fact that she so vastly outstrips the guy that she's with. Let me give you a brief reminder. When you take a look at their YouTube pages, by the way, take a look at what happens when you click more on hers. You take a look at the list of stuff it brings up. You take a look at that. That's what happens when you click more on Kiara's YouTube page. This is what happens when you click more on his. Do I have a ghost town soundbite? This is what happens when you click on his. You want to know why it is that she's trying to draw attention to say, hey, he's good in bed? Or at least she's intimating it because she didn't actually say it. But you want to know why it is that she's trying to make you think that, hey, he can wrangle Shamu. You want to know why? So she can take your eyes off what isn't happening. Who do y'all think paid for that trip to Disney World? Does he look like he's leading anything? Has he ever looked like he's leading anything? Yeah, this is main character energy here from him, right? He doesn't even look comfortable in his own skin. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not dissing. I'm just saying, by the way, hey, baby, you need to fall back. This ain't a flex. I don't know who told you it was. And what it was is she figured, you know what? I'll get married and his proximity to me will help him to step up and be the alpha man I've always dreamt of. And it's like, nope, you got somebody's big mama's boy and that's what it's going to be. So congratulations, you found a fellow who didn't expect more of you and didn't demand more of you. And at this point now, he can't demand a damn thing. All he can do is just hang along for the ride. After all, he's getting the better end of it anyway. He's getting the better end of it anyway. This is the most cringe-ass post you're probably going to read this week. The most cringe thing ever. And I bet you if I go back through her profile, we're probably going to see her pining for other people. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. And these are fellas out here who do not understand or do not see hoe magic. Yes, I said it. They do not understand and do not see hoe magic. An obvious telltale signs that there is a problem. You don't let your woman go around parading her sexuality in the presence of other men. You don't do that. A man who has confidence tells his woman, that's not how you represent me. You're not here to represent me sexually. You are here to represent me socially, intellectually, mentally, emotionally. You're not here to represent me sexually, and you're damn sure not here to tantalize other men. You're not here to get other men's motors going. And that's why when you went to her page, you just see a bunch of bummy ass hoes sitting up here talking this garbage. None of them are wife material. None of them are going to be that. Let's take a look at this wildebeest. You got another one here. You got to understand this.
Boy, what in the hell's the matter with you?
This the chick right here talking about, for clarity, married. That is the difference, y'all. I'm like, okay, so you're going to be an authority on this. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right quick. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Oh, boy. She's still trying to hold on to this. When was this, y'all? Okay, I thought this was a curtain. All right. E&D said 300 pounds of pressure. Damn! Y'all, what's up with the laying down thing? Folks, what is with the laying down? Do they think they look more slender laying down? Is that what they think? Do they think they look more slender when they lay down? What is the laying down thing? What is this? Do they think they're fooling us? Do they think a different angle is going to... Well, if I lay horizontal, I'll look more slender horizontal. Is that what they think? She voted early. Who are the candidates? Haagen-Dazs or Bluebell? Damn! She voted early, y'all. Okay. Alrighty then. So I'm just, all right, she voted, live your purpose. Okay, what she say? My purpose is not a regulated diet. All right. Oh, she found one. Oh, Eddie Griffith? Oh, boy. Wow. She is twice as wide. Boy, do y'all see Eddie? Oh, man. Oh, Eddie looks pained. Do you see this? Eddie like, oh, do y'all see Eddie? Wasn't she on the other page just flexing? Do y'all see Eddie's face? Eddie's like, oh no, somebody's gonna take a picture. Damn, this is gonna live forever. He doesn't even have his other arm wrapped around her. Where's the other arm, Eddie? I only see one arm. Where's the other arm? Can anybody find, where's Waldo? Where's the other arm? All I see, this is one arm. Where's the other one? Did it get lost? Oh, is he trying to hold his yak over here? He's like, hey, I can't hold. That's his excuse not to put both arms around him. No, baby, I got my yak over here. I can't really get to you with my right arm. You know, this left by as good as I can do. Oh, do y'all realize her arm is bigger than his arm? Damn! Her arm is twice the size of his arm. She's twice his width, and her arms are twice as big as... I'm saying twice, not to say 3 times. I'm just pointing this out. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, color coordinated. Alrighty then. Okay. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, I can't take no more. And she gonna try to tell us what the difference is? All right. These are the chicks trying to tell you that this thought, approving of this thought babble. These are the ones doing it. Of course they are. But of course, somebody said ketchup and mustard. Damn!
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
E.L. Smith said ketchup and mustard. I'll take a triple cheeseburger. No lettuce, no nothing. These are the folks gonna tell y'all that this is okay. What I'm saying is, by the way, consider the source. These are the folks telling you that. Okay, what do you say? This is comedy. At least one person understood it. This is comedy. This is how you maintain a healthy marriage, by putting your business in the damn streets. What the hell is the point of being married if you're gonna act like the single ass thoughts? What the hell kind of marriage material is that? Let's take a look at this one. Now let's see who in the hell signed. Oh boy. There you go. All right. There you go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alrighty then. Yeah, on the internet, we don't have a psychological filter to, for the mentally and emotionally imbalanced people. We don't have that. So just folks who ordinarily would just crash out and make the 6 o'clock news, they've got access to the internet and they have the comment section, and that's just it. Thank you, ma'am. I could have went my whole life never reading that. One female with some sense. You know, as a man, you know your woman don't really dig you when she's soliciting random attention from the streets about y'all's business. What the hell? What the hell is the benefit? How does this benefit you as a husband? Forget being a husband. How does this benefit you as a man? How does this benefit a man for his woman to go off and be doing this kind of stuff? How is this a benefit to you? Where's the plus here? How does this represent you well? I can see how this makes you look tacky. How does this represent you well? And what this tells you is very simple. Oh, nigga, your money ain't up. Your money ain't up. Your status ain't up. And she is punishing you. She's like, you're not enough. And I don't get any. You get way more shine from me than I get from you. And she is exerting and exhibiting her hostility as a result. She is unhappy about the fact that she doesn't get any status or any shine from him. Hell, she doesn't get any financial benefits, social benefits, mental benefits. She don't get nothing from him. So this guy might as well be fresh out the joint because that's the only thing she's raising here is a positive. You know she's going to say, he good in bed and he a good dad. Okay, dude, that's not a compliment. It's not a compliment. Bro, you borderline. You borderline. Not a good look. Somebody pointed out from their Christmas photos here. I mean, take a look at it. Bro, what you running? But the real reason she didn't want to sit down, because she didn't want y'all to, she didn't really want to sit down. Okay. Got him a baddie. Okay, she's the one threw it out there. Hey, bro, were these the insides that you were managing that she was talking about a little while ago? I just wanted to make sure that these are the same insides that she was referring to before. Represent. Be proud, dude. She put a spotlight on it to let the whole world know that, by the way, you was able to manage all this. Tell the damn truth. You're sick of it. Tell the damn truth. You're bored to tears. Tell the damn truth. You don't get no shine. Tell the damn truth. When you walk down that aisle and you found that this is going to be the last dude ever you going to have, you're trying to shine him up and boost his status because you're like, I'll be damned if he's going to be the last one and he's a dud. And she is expressing her resentment as a result. And he can't see it. If he does see it, he's just too cringed. He can't do anything. What's he gonna do? He can't really revolt. He can't really dispute. He can't really talk out of line. He can't really protest anything. What's he gonna do? The other thing is he probably got with her figuring, well, don't worry, she'll slim down here in a little bit. Nope. Nope, you get to go ahead and hang on to that. Meanwhile, Jeff is over here like, well, I mean, it's working out kind of well so far here. I hope she don't do nothing else. I wonder how many of her other exes she's invited over. I wonder how many. And this dovetails off of what we talked about here before. This dovetails off of what we talked about here before because, fellas, it's a bad situation. And it's a bad situation. The females you'll be with here today, and I'm not discussing dating, I'm discussing power dynamics. It's a hell of a thing for you to be the guy, the richest simp in the world, and you married to a gospel thought, and your female is telegraphing to the world that she ain't really rocking with you like that, and she's okay, quote, being with you as long as she ain't really got to be with you, or that you are not enough. They getting bold with it, fellas. They doing little low-key slick stuff. There's a bunch of fellas in here listening to me right now. Your chick is doing some low-key slick stuff like this and you don't even see it. Or if you do, you're just like, well, she had an off day. Well, that was kind of inappropriate, but don't worry, Jason, we talked about that. Y'all talked about it. What the hell is there to talk about? What the hell is there to talk about? Yo chick is out here telling folks that you picked up her big ass and dude, what is it to talk about, man? That's not slick and that's not a flex. If you fellas want to know why it is we have so much damn trouble today, if you want to know why it is we have so much difficulty getting folk in line, I'm showing you why it is. From the pension pimps to the simp suckers to every damn thing else. This is what you're up against, man. However, you might disagree. Therefore, we're going to go ahead and put up the link for the Zoom in the chat room there. We're going to go ahead and throw up the link for the Zoom so that you all can go ahead and give me a call up here. Let's go ahead and just pop that in there right quick. Go ahead and pop that in there right quick. All right, pin that to the top of the chat. While we're at it here, I want to thank everyone, and I do mean everybody who's contributed to support a nice program on PayPal, Super Chat, Venmo. My man, Young Investor, thank you very much. My dude, Jean, on PayPal. PM, Ivy the Great, Creole King, Tomorrow. Thank you very much for giving us your support here tonight. We appreciate that. Fellas, it's a rough-ass world out here. There's a bunch of dudes falling for hoe magic. The richest simp in the damn world is taking care of his fiance and her baby daddy? What? I mean, y'all, fellas, how many of you are self-employed and you're like, Jason, I'm going to hire my girlfriend's ex. He's going to work for my company. Now, there are thousands of people with more qualifications than him, but I just want to show her that I'm as much of an alpha as he is, and I'm not intimidated. So I'm going to hire her to work at my company. I'm going to hire him. I'm going to hire my ex's baby daddy to work at my company. Do you know how long old girl had to be throwing Jeff around that hotel room somewhere to get him to agree to that? She probably didn't have to do it for very long. She probably just had to sit there and rub his ears, and he's like, oh, princess. Well, you know. Their son is grown. Her son with Gonzalez is grown. And yet Jeff is like, hey, need a job? Hey, I know you used to lay up with my girlfriend and everything, but you want a job? There's some fellas out there, it's just like, hey, he's so desperate to have something there. Well, Jason, I'm not insecure. Not me. Okay. Let me go ahead and jump over here on Zoom real quick. Elijah, what the hell are you doing on the subway?
No, I'm on the bus.
No, that's close enough.
I'm getting on the subway in a few.
Of course.
What's going on, big brother?
All right, Elijah, what's on your mind?
I got a question. Do you think Jeff Bezos, because with Mr. Bezos, he's already 60 years old, bald as all hell, and everything like that. Does he really? How many prospects does he expect with him without him throwing up the money?
Brother, there are none so blind as those who will not see. Not those who cannot see, but those who will not see.
Yes, sir.
Jeff is the product of the last 6 decades of his life. He was always laughed at, mocked, impugned. You're a nerd. You're a geek. The girls would pay $100 to go out of their way to avoid him. He's been, ever since his divorce from Mackenzie, he's been trying to compensate for that ever since. So what it tells you is that bothers him. It bothers him that he is so accomplished in all these other areas, And you would think that the female response would be a given, but he's letting you know it isn't. Just because you're financially successful, that doesn't mean that you get genuine female passion. He doesn't know what that's like. So he's just like, okay, what's the baddest thing I can get? And he's oblivious to the fact, dude, the best you were able to bag was half a century old, bruh. After the NFL's combine has run through. But this is the best he could do.
Brother, I always wondered what was the cause of him and Mackenzie Bezos' breakup in the first one. Oh, she didn't want him no more.
No. Lauren Sanchez. He was cheating. He was cheating with Laura Sanchez, but I'm like, okay, you can spot in that. Most likely he was already doing it and there wasn't an issue. But for those of you who don't know about it, I'll just very briefly. Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post. The Washington Post was doing a story about a man named Khashoggi. Khashoggi was a Saudi national who was critical of the Saudi prince. The Saudi prince had him killed at the Turkish consulate. Not even on Saudi Arabian soil. He had him killed. As a message to everybody else. Hey, y'all talk smack about somebody else, not me. The Washington Post did a series of stories talking about that. Well, the Crown Prince didn't like that. So what he did was he got together with the Israelis and he purchased a service from them called Pegasus. Pegasus is able to basically walk the telephone's cellular service backwards all the way to your phone. And even with all the high-tech encryption and high-tech security that Jeff Bezos has on his cell phone, Pegasus was able to crack it. And they went through his text messages, went through his emails, and they saw that he had a side chick. And they said, hey, back off with the damn stories, or we're going to let your wife and everybody else know at Amazon that you deliver more than just packages.
Wow.
And Jeff Bezos, to his credit, the little geek got a backup on him. He went and told Mackenzie, I don't think he actually told her. I think he let her know, hey, it's about to go public. And Jeff Bezos told the board of Amazon, yeah, this is what it is. And this is something you all are probably going to hear here soon because we're not going to stop running these stories. I'm not going to back down from them. I'm not going to do it. So he didn't back down and they put the information. Actually, he kind of outed himself, really. He outed himself. And that's how we confirmed. We already knew he was talking to her, but he confirmed, yeah, it is what it is. And I guess the real issue for Mackenzie was that it was public. Like a female will take that. A female will be the side chick as long as it's not public. Your wife will take it as long as she's not a laughing stock because that destroys the value of her being with you. If other females can pull her card and check her, that destroys the value of being with you. So if you're going to have a side chick, she need to be way over there somewhere. There needs to be another life. You can't have these two really in contact with each other. So Mackenzie didn't take that part very well. It's the public part she didn't take well. Not the other female. It's the public part. So then that comes out in a little while later she files for divorce. As you can see, Jeff dropped the wife. He didn't drop the mistress. She right there. He's not even hiding her. So.
And here's the problem. He built everything with Mackenzie. So why would you I'll put it for you this way, to play devil's advocate. If one has to go, why don't both of them go? Because you built everything with Mackenzie.
Because Laura Sanchez did not get to run through a string of football players by being boring in bed.
Oh, wow.
She's had football players and millionaires because she is liquid dynamite in the sheets. And Jeff Bezos has been with Mackenzie Bezos all this time. Mackenzie Bezos is not porn star certified.
Oh,
and that's just the bottom line. He's a little square dude. For the first time in his life, he was in bed with a female who know how to throw it and know what to do. And he was sprung. He was like, damn the wife, damn the kids, damn Amazon, damn 40 billion, damn my wealth. I got to hold on to this. It is the first time in his life. Now, for the football players and stuff, for those athletes, it was just Tuesday. For Jeff Bezos, that was their cast-off chick was a life-changing event.
Brother, if Mr. Bezos makes this big mistake in marrying this smut, as we would say in New York, could it be if something happens to Mr. Bezos, she is going to inherit the whole Amazon stock?
It depends. If he has a prenup, if it's in a trust or something, then no, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. And remember, when you get married and stuff, you just have to be married for a certain amount of time, before you can actually get access to those kind of things. So you can't just marry somebody in 30 days and then off you go. It doesn't really work that way. But technically she could, unless he has it protected. I wouldn't put it past him to just be a sitting damn duck and just leave it unprotected. I wouldn't put it past him. But after getting his ass cleaned out by McKinsey, I would hope he'd be a little bit smarter now. Because he knows chicks like Lauren don't go for dudes like him. Take a look at her dating history. She's never been with nobody like him before. Chicks like that don't go for dudes like you. She go for the bag. And she's looking for this retirement package.
Well, and I'm trying to just make sense out of this. You said it right. You doing all this for a 55-year-old, but not for a young and upcoming 25-year-old, where you possibly can go the distance with, and she can possibly keep you younger, maybe at heart, not at age-wise.
No, what's the distance? He's looking for a chick to play with. He's looking for a chick to hang out with. He's looking for a chick to be arm candy, at least by his estimation. And the other problem is 25-year-old females don't know how to brain hack a 50-year-old man. A woman who's had life experiences and actually knows how to talk to you and have a conversation, and she presents socially well. The average 25-year-old doesn't have a mastery of that. So this is what she does. I think she was like an anchor or something. Mm-hmm. And so she had more of a handle on that. So the average 25-year-old would have to be female would have to be pretty stable and mature to be able to match that. So you got a chick who is 50-something years old, but she knows how to present. And she knows how to present to a square. And here's the other thing. What the hell is Jeff Bezos going to do with a 25 or a 30-year-old? He's not Leo DiCaprio. He's not Brad Pitt. He's never been that dude, bro. You're asking too much of him. He would have to completely transform his personality. He didn't get along good with 25-year-old females when he was 25.
Damn.
He didn't get along with them then. So don't let the next 3 decades fool you. He didn't get along with them then either. He's going to get along with them better today? No, he got a female who knows how to maneuver a square. She's been doing square athletes for decades. She knows what to do.
I don't see this lasting for long. I think maybe this could be PR, because this situation right here, this is just too much of a joke.
She's been there for a minute, so I'm figuring that if he's gonna change her out, it's gonna be by the time she gets 60, because he's not gonna like that number.
Of course.
Just for him being competitive, if he gets to the number, once you start having to say she's 60 years old, that it's just like for us as men, when we hear the number 30 on a female, that changes things. When we hear the age of 25 or 26, that's one thing. Once we hear 30, that emotionally hits different. Just hearing that you're 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think he met her when she was in her 40s, and yeah, he's nostalgia kicking in. But once her age goes to 60, and he has to say she's 60, he can't pretend that that's the hot chick no more. There's no such thing as 60-year-old arm candy. There's no such animal. She's good for 60 years old. She great for 60. Dude, come on now. Dr. Miami is going to be sitting up here doing her damn surgery with hefty bags. So no, I figure it's not going to work by then. He's been promising to marry her for a long time. So far, he hasn't done it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if he ever actually follows through. But so far, he hasn't. Maybe he'll get smart and just realize, hey, she's for recreational purposes, and tell her, look here, baby, I got the bag. You can hang around as long as I'm buying what you're selling.
Wow. Wow, brother, this is what I'm going to say this, and I'm going to land my plane for the other brothers and sisters to call up. This is I hope he doesn't go through with this promise, because that would be a sad day here, and he's going to I can guarantee you he's going to lose mass respect for his staff, and then from his staff and for everybody around him, because you're marrying basically a willing prostitute, all right, a presentable prostitute.
No,
because that's what that woman acted like for all this time.
He's not going to lose anything with them. They already know what he is, just like we do. So it's just it would be what they would expect from it. It's not going to shock anybody. It's like the problem with being a professional alpha and being a social personal beta is that people know that you're weak. They know that when it comes to women, you're weak. You've never really gotten attention before, and you're going to take who takes you. And you're very easily impressed because you've never really had options before. And when he got his first option that wasn't fighting with him, he was brought in all of his damn chips and cashed out the marriage when that wasn't even necessary. So they already know, brothers. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to wreck anything. The folks around Jeff Bezos are around Jeff Bezos because he got the bag. It's not because he's this great personality. Just like Elon Musk, nobody is friends with Elon Musk. You can't be friends with him. He's not the kind of person that a normal person could be friends with. He doesn't have that kind of personality. He doesn't socialize. He's very awkward. He's prone to just say all kinds of crazy, whacked out stuff. So you can't be friends with somebody like that. Jeff Bezos is not the same as Elon, but he's very similar. He's not the kind of guy that if he didn't have money, he'd be the first fella you would think of to call for Super Bowl weekend. He's never been that guy, and he'll never be that guy. He's the guy that people fool with because he's Mr. Amazon. Take that away. Everybody deals with Jeff Bezos because of what they can get from him, not because of him.
Yes, sir.
And at this point in his life, he knows that. The problem is he doesn't know how to change it.
It's too late, though, for him to change. He's 60 years old. How could he change it? Because that's sure he's most likely stuck in his ways, right, brother?
He can make micro changes, but he can't make macro changes. He can make very small movements, but he can't really change the creature very much at this point. And furthermore, you can't tell him anything because now he thinks he's cracked the case. He thinks he's cracked the code. He thinks he's winning. If he didn't, you would see him with somebody else, or at least she would not be presenting this way. Melania Trump doesn't present this way. Yeah, she posed naked back in the day. She didn't get to the damn White House and say, okay, here's my thong.
Oh, no, of course not. Of course not.
So think about that for a few moments. Trump's woman represents him far better than Jeff Bezos's does. So Jeff Bezos is sitting there next to Mark Zuckerberg and them, and it's just like, dude, they're staring at your chick like, really? You think they're impressed? You think Mark Zuckerberg is impressed when his wife is half your chick's age? Bro, they're all looking at your chick like, really? You're doing this in public? Really? Is this real? Or do my Humpty eyes deceive me? You're really doing this. This fella thinks you're impressing us. And all we're like is, do you see this heifer over here?
Yes, sir. All right, and a nasty 50-plus-year-old woman at that.
Well, I mean, just look, how you do one thing is how you do all things. And he's not used to a chick who's willing to get nasty. He's had it. He's sprung. And just like every other male who's sprung, see, when you were a teenager, the time to get that out of your system was then. He's at the point now where he's got a lot to lose, and now he's sprung like a teenager. So the really bad part is that if she's really great in bed, now he's worried about other men gripping them butt cheeks. Now you're going to start overpaying. Because she's giving you such a great experience, you can't get it out of your head. Now you're worried that another man gonna get that. So, that's how a female starts slowly, incrementally raising the price on you and jacking up the price on you. Then she'll be telling you, well, you know, if you ain't gonna get with me, Tony Gonzalez's brother will, and he'll marry me. And it's like, well, he's way low on the totem pole. Well, he's willing to marry me. So now she's going to be acting like that's a value-added thing, and that's really to see if we can punk you out and get you to go ahead and knuckle under and give in. So if it goes that way, I predict that. I'll let you have the last word.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna land my plane after this. Who the hell this woman thinks she is? She's 50. You didn't say 45. You didn't say 35. 55? And she has a price like this for somebody who I would assume you can't produce any more children at this point.
That
You can't do.
that did not prevent her from becoming Jeff Bezos' woman.
All she was supposed to be was some lay up candy. I won't even say eye candy because I'm like, respectively, she looks good in her own way, but I'm not saying she's like the belle of the ball, like a young
Okay,
yes, sir.
remember a dime is relative. A
Okay.
dime is subjective. It's subjective to what you've been able to get.
Right,
If
right.
you're a guy who's only been able to bag fours and fives, the first time you meet a solid six, you're going to be giving her 10 treatment because that's the best you've been able to do.
Right.
So remember, this is all going to be relative to what you're used to and what you can actually get. You cannot choose from the options you wish were available. You can only choose from the options that actually are available. And this is
Right.
what was available for Jeff. Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. Let me go ahead and see if I can get over here to Amanzi. All right, we got Amanzi here on Zoom. Let's go ahead and get your audio going for you. All right, Amanzi, what's on your mind?
What's going on, Jason? I'm Monzi from Worcester, Massachusetts.
All right, what's on your mind?
I think it's very concerning that a guy who's, amassed this kind of wealth and status is out here leaving his wife to marry his side chick. I think it sets a terrible precedent for the young people and folks who are coming up.
How so?
I think it tells you that you have to overpay one way or another.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We don't know everything that was going on. We don't know if their marriage became sexless. We don't know what Mackenzie might have started doing. So I don't want to make it seem like it was all Jeff's fault or whatever, because we don't know everything that was happening. It's very possible we don't know if Mackenzie was sneaking around, or if she was just like, hey, I got the bag and I don't really need to fool with you. There's a whole lot of that goes on. Or that Jeff was always busy and she didn't really want to have to deal with that. So there's a number of other things that might explain that. What I do know is that, hey, fellas, if you have a propensity for doing that, I've been saying this forever, and this is what just kills me about folks out here. If you are not ready to commit to leaving the single life, don't leave. Don't leave. It's as simple as that. I say it's as simple as that, but there's the problem. Because the way he's acting with Lauren is the same way he was probably acting with Mackenzie. That was the best chick he could get at the time. And you're marrying her because you think that's an insurance policy to keep somebody else from gripping them butt cheeks.
Thanks.
Well, I need to make sure nobody else gets it. So you end up marrying her. And then next thing you know, life changes. You become the richest man in the world. Now you're starting to say, you know what? There's a whole bunch of stuff I never got to do. I didn't get to go through my player phase. Now you're going back and grabbing everybody's damn cast-offs from their player phase because you're late. But you don't want to leave this world without knowing what that's like. That is exciting. That is validating. It's not boring. The married life with Mackenzie was boring. It was boring. It was rhetorical. And he got tired of it.
I wholeheartily agree. I think you could literally tell that he doesn't or didn't when he was younger get access to females like that. Because just by looking at this lady, you can see like she's out to get him vibes. Like that's all I see in her face, her demeanor, everything about her.
Oh, I mean, she's definitely aggressive. She didn't choose him out of nowhere. She knew the mark. She knew what she was looking for. She knew he wasn't used to very much. She's a chick who's been honing this skill over time. I mean, take a look at all the athletes she's been with. She knows how to move around. And she found a dude who wasn't ready for that. She's like, I'll be damned. Richest fella in the world at that time. And he's not used to women. And he was a sitting duck. He's not used to a chick who actually cares about where her breasts sit. You know, just Mackenzie's a nice person, I'm pretty sure, but Mackenzie isn't really trying to be glamorous. And Jeff is like, I'll be damned. If I'm the richest man in the world, why come I ain't got the baddest chick in the world? And as a man, that's going to start to bother you. Let's be very clear. If you are a man who is accomplished, you want things to match. You didn't go off and go get the baddest car and the baddest house in the baddest part of town so you could have the worst chick. You did that so you could have the best. Why is it everything else in your life be the best? Everything else in your life, other people are envious of. Everything else in your life, everybody else admires. They see your chick and all of a sudden she's dragging down the value of all of it. You don't put a size 16 in a G-Wagon or a Range Rover. You don't do that. The car looks better than she does. She's actually dragging down the value of the car. Why would you go and buy a $200,000 car and put a $20,000 female in it? As a man of accomplishment and status, that's gonna freaking bother you. I had a girlfriend I said that to once. What? Okay, I'm gonna upset a whole bunch of folks. I did. I said to her, she want me to go buy this $140,000 car. I'm like, okay. But I'm like, are you sure that you and the car match? And that was all I was saying. That's all I said. Are you sure you and the car match? Simple question. And I was just like, but because that bothers you as a man, there's a reason why NFL players do that. If the chick and the car or the chick and the ring or the chick and the watch, because you're extending yourself. That doesn't cost her anything. In the chat room, they over there, Frida, it doesn't cost her anything. Laura Sanchez is just sitting back with a damn big ass hefty bag collecting all the benefits. What she's not doing is generating any. Jeff Bezos took her for a trip to Greece. Tell me how many trips to Greece she paying for. And as men, when you get your weight up, yeah, you're going to start saying that. If you never said, well, she got a great personality. Okay, do you know how the hell you fellas sound? If personality is all that damn me matters, then go ahead. Fellas, y'all need to stop dissing Lizzo. There's a whole bunch of size 16s on your timelines on Facebook and Instagram and every damn thing else. Okay, if it's all about personality, shut the hell up about telling them they need to get to the gym or this, that, and the other. Stop it. You're sending mixed signals. You're being hypocritical and sending mixed signals. And you're showing yourselves to be liars. If personality is what matters, get off the fitness thing. I want to be attracted to her. Then shut up. And just say it like it is. And furthermore, that's the way we should do it, brother. Hey, just keep it real. Just keep it real. Females cannot adjust if we won't be honest. Fellas want to get honest after they're mad as hell and the straw that broke the camel's back. They don't just want to be honest from day one. And it would be a whole lot better if we just be honest from day one. Hey, I'm willing to do this. I'm not willing to do this over here. And this is the reason why. Now, if that ever changes, then maybe I would feel differently. But I'm just going to keep it a brick with you. And as men, fellas are so desperate to get some sex that they'll just say anything, including lying about that. Hey, if the way she's presenting herself is not up to par on that level, you need to have a brutally honest conversation. It doesn't need to be very long. You just say it just like this. Hey, you and the car don't match. You and them shoes don't match. I'm not going to try to stuff them cankles in them boots. The boots look great. Them cankles ain't making it. Have an honest ass conversation, because let me tell you, brother, you start making $300,000-$400,000 a year. Yes, you're going to want a female who looks like $300,000-$400,000. Yes, you will. Every female doesn't look like that. You're going to want a female that motivates you. And the way you were laughing before, you know damn well a size 16 don't motivate you. A size 20 doesn't motivate you. Bruh, if they did, the most popular pages on Instagram be a bunch of size 20s. It's not. A size 20 don't motivate you. You're like, this would be a damn embarrassment. She sits in the damn car, drop low. And you're feeling that's like, this is not a good look. I look better than her. Well, what do I need her for? The car looks better than her. Then why is she getting in it? She's bringing down the value of my life. I done worked all this damn hard to get this, because anybody can get a size 20 or a size 16, because I did all this extra damn work just to get the same thing everybody else got. So that's what you did all that work for, is to get the same thing that the fella pushing buggies at Walmart got. Really? So that's what all that work and effort was for. To get the same thing he got. She got a good personality. Yo, get your ass out of here. Talking about damn personality. Is that supposed to comfort you? Come on, man. What I'm saying is that also showed you that she doesn't take her position seriously. She's supposed to be out doing the damn car and the damn clothes. And she's showing you, yeah, forget that. You just go ahead and pay for that. We're good. No, sir. I'm just letting you know, son. Don't fool yourself. We need to have an honest damn conversation. You know full damn well a size 1620 does not motivate you. A size 1620 is not making you feel like, damn, I gotta make another $200,000 a year. I gotta get her glammed up. Brother, you ain't never said that. You ain't never said that. You ain't never seen something with size 20 coming out of the wings and things that you suddenly saying, you know what, I gotta double my income. She has a great personality. That's not what you said. You saw her and you like, damn, I can go part-time. And you know it. When you saw her come rumbling out that damn door, you said, you know what, I can drop this damn job. I'm working too many hours. So yes, when you get your weight up and get your money right, you're gonna want a chick that says that, man. You're going to want a female who represents where you've gotten to. You're not going to want a female that's deficient. Everybody else gets to enjoy that and got that, and you put all that stuff together and you ain't getting the full benefit of it. And there's chicks out there looking to see how desperate you are that you're willing to compromise that. And that's what I mean by overpaying. How dare you go buy a $150,000 car for a female who looks like she's about $10,000 of value? What the hell? She got a great personality. What the hell how do you measure personality? Tell me how you do that. And then I'll let the matter go. Because I can measure size 6.
And deal with it, nigga.
I can measure size 6. I can measure size 8. I don't know how I measure your damn personality. I don't know how I do that. I can tell you if you got a bad one, but I can't tell you, oh, my personality is 60% better than that up that size 6 you was talking to. Really? How'd you come to that conclusion?
See, Jason, I wholeheartedly agree. Everything does have to match. But why her though? You know, do you think it's because other prominent individuals had her?
Well, yeah, she learned early. You know, you get these South American chicks and whatnot. Anybody in Miami knows that. That's the culture. When they come up here to America, they're here to get the bag. And they know how to get your damn attention. And they put all their work into that. It is nothing to go to Miami and all over Brickell. They're on their damn bikes. They're out there jogging. They trying to get swiped up. Left, right, and center. That is the culture. They did not come here to die broke. They were born broke. They didn't come here to die broke. They came here to catch something. And I'm not talking about the STD. So this is why you see them go straight to the sports stadium, straight to the backstage, straight to the groupie room, straight to the hotels when they know exactly what they're doing, man. But they also knew how to get in that position. First, she got to look better than these other chicks over here. She got to look like she took more time, more effort. When she puts on that dress, she got to look like it belongs on her. Yeah. And if she got to take it off, it can't be a bunch of Spanx up under it. Things like that. So they came ready for battle. They came prepared. And if you're going to jump from one athlete to another, you got to be ready to make that move. Them chicks who get passed around, you got to be ready for that. And she was one of them who was ready for that to the extent that she was. She had one major player and nobody else really trying to commit nothing, and he wasn't trying to either. I think she's been married once, but we'll see how that turned out. So the ones who do it, brother, they're ready. They're ready. They're prepared. They put it all out there. And she's going to make sure she's a good look for you. And I will say, I mean, my whole thing about it is, if a fella gonna unass a few $1 billion, the time to do that was when she was 25, not 55.
And that was going to be my next question. Why didn't he go for younger?
Because, like I said before, he didn't do well with the 25-year-olds when he was 25. Leo DiCaprio is a 49-year-old or a 50-year-old who can talk to a 25-year-old. And a 25-year-old wants to talk to him. Same thing with Brad Pitt. Same thing with Tom Cruise. Same thing with Matthew McConaughey. I can go down the list. There's no 25-year-old female who wants to talk to Jeff Bezos. What I'm saying is that there is no 25-year-old female that has pictures of Jeff Bezos on posters on her wall. There's no 25-year-old who has Jeff Bezos as a screensaver on her phone. Not one who could even compete with Lauren Sanchez. So there's the problem for him. Number one, you're not the kind of guy who would talk to 25-year-olds. And number two, you're not the kind of guy that 25-year-olds are really aiming for. So you're kind of relegated outside of that. He never picked up that part of it. He's been to the gym. He's hanging out with more people. That's great. That's wonderful. If you put him down at the table with 25-year-olds, he couldn't hold a conversation to save his damn life. The guys I named for you before, take a look at who they hang with, bro. I mean, they hang with the Snoop Dogg's and the Kendrick Lamars and the Kanye Wests. They hang with the cats who are still out here. Jeff Bezos doesn't. So the type of conversations the average 25-year-old female will have, he couldn't even start one, much less hold it.
I definitely feel like he's a sheltered dude, and once he got something that he didn't want to let go of, he just held on to it, and I don't think it's gonna go well for him at all.
Yeah, I mean, he likes his idea of security. The bottom line is Lauren Sanchez, with where she is in life right now, she isn't going anywhere. She's not going to try to test her other options. She's trying to hang on for dear life with him because she's trying to secure the bag. Well, that gives him security, since he knows that she been out there in the streets before and she got her ex sitting right there next to you, but she has something to lose, which is why she's trying to hurry up and get that ring so that she stops having so much to lose. Maybe he's made the calculus of the reason that she's minding her manners is because she still has something to lose. If you sacrifice that, well, why does she have to mind her manners anymore? Once she gets that ring, why does she have to mind her manners anymore? She got you now. So in his case, there's a lot of stumbling blocks there. Beta dudes are very easily impressed. And when they do have to make a play, they just cash in all their damn chips. They get chicks pregnant. They give them rings. They buy houses. And then you take a look at her damn paperwork and like, I'll be damned. This smutty broad. And he's cashed out everything. So I would not be the least bit surprised if he follows through with it. Very clearly, the fact that he's been slow walking this thing for the last few years, because she's been the fiance now for about 3-4 years. The fact he's slow walking it would tend to indicate that he's not in a hurry and that he understands, do I really got to do this? We'll see which side wins. Because we could look up and he'd do like a Deion Sanders and like, 5 years. Yeah, we ain't gonna do it. I'm cool like we are right now, baby. You can come, you can leave. And I got a feeling that once he starts thinking about, if he's keeping her around because she's, quote, hot, there's no such thing as a hot 60-year-old. And once he starts realizing you're going to have to try to pass her off as a hot 60-year-old, I think the feeling is going to change. And then there'll be the next, I guess it'll be a 40-year-old now, trying to push up on him, and he'll make that move.
One last question, Jason. What do you think this whole thing is going on with her ex being around, her baby father being around? Do you think it's because he's on some nice guy shit, or is it? I don't know. Why do you think he's doing that?
You want my honest answer? Yeah, I think when it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a damn duck.
Word.
Bro, what the hell you gonna do with this nigga around 23 damn years later? I mean, it's one thing that the females are flued out to Greece, but the dude is flued out with them? Come on, bruh. This don't make no damn sense, except when it makes sense. Jason, what you say? Jason, what are you saying? I'm saying, nigga, when you see a Diddy party.
Nigga, please.
Okay, you want me to just go ahead and say it? Tell me which part of this don't sound like the Diddy party. Tell me which part doesn't. What the hell are we going on a damn vacation with your damn baby daddy for? Why I got to hire this nigga? What are we doing?
It's just very weird.
No, it's very weird unless it's a Diddy party. Then you go, oh, it makes perfect sense. I mean, it's still weird, but it makes sense. Because nothing else makes sense, man. So, Jason, what are you saying? What I'm saying is the damn show looks like a Diddy party. It looks like that. It looks like she's introduced him to a whole lot more than just whatever she do. It looks like that's what it starts to look like. Why in the hell is that guy around? The stuff looks weird, man. It's just crazy and it's just weird. So I'm just like, no, because just you and me reflexively, we'd be like, Heifer, is something wrong with you? Talking about you and me tell her we going to Greece. And she's like, okay, can I bring my baby daddy?
Taking pictures together and all that, like, that's very concerning.
What are we doing? I'm just like, okay, does he just get booed up with all the exes like that? Because she's got one kid with Gonzalez and I think 2 kids with the fella she was married to. Okay, is he booed up with all of them like that? And if he is, what the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing? So all I'm saying is, bruh, if this ain't the freak off, it'll do till the freak off gets here.
And deal with it, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. If this ain't the Diddy party, it'll do till the Diddy party gets here. So watch your damn neck in Greece. If any of y'all over there in Greece, guard your grill. Jeff Bezos and friends are on the loose. Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. Yeah, watch your neck over there. All I'm saying, folks, is come on, somebody give me an explanation. If you think I'm wrong, please tell me the non-Diddy explanation for taking your girlfriend and her baby daddy on vacation with you. Just give me the logical explanation that all of you, Jason, this makes perfect sense. Let me explain it to you. Tell me how that makes sense. What the hell he got to go for? Especially if you already gave him a job. You done gave him a job at your damn Amazon network. That's not enough? He has to go on vacation with us too? What is the nigga tucking y'all in at night? Come on, give me the non-creepy scenario here. Give me the non-Diddy scenario that all of you are going, well, Jaden, that made perfect sense. Tell me what that one is. And it's the females done got quiet in here when I said that. That's because y'all, that's their dream scenario. That's why I'm telling y'all tonight's program. Yes, it is what it is. That's their dream scenario, is to be able to do that. Their dream scenario is to have a baby with the dude they really get excited and get all excited for and geeked over. So if I could just have babies with him and then you come pay for it, but me and him get to stick together, I think that's great. The brutal reality fellas, if most females in here could get away with it, that's what they would do. Damn! Ladies don't like to hear that, but y'all know it's the damn truth. If y'all could get away with it, if you could maneuver men to accept that, quote, arrangement, where the fella that you want to have kids with, you don't give a damn whether he stick around or not. As long as you can have the kids with him and then find another fella to help pass the finances together, and then you still get to hang with him. Why, folks, Name a baby mama who ain't slept with a baby daddy after they, quote, broke up. You can't name a single baby mama who didn't keep sleeping with the baby daddy after she, quote, broke up with him. If the women would be honest, they would tell the truth and be like, yeah, ideally we would get pregnant by the fellow we're attracted to and the one who gets us hot and excited. And then, you know, if he doesn't want to be Mr. Mom, then you come along with your nice personality and you pay for all that, but you still wouldn't have a problem with me spending time with my baby daddy either. If the women were honest, they'd be like, yeah, I mean, ideally, if we could wave our magic wand, that's what we go for. Notice, fellas, it's not any females arguing. I want y'all to notice that, including the married ones.
Auntie, chill.
Oh, I'm not supposed to point that out? Okay, I won't. But to all of them, you do know. I just want to go ahead and point it out to you that, by the way, couldn't help but notice there's a number of them in there. And they don't think you know what we do. Just thought I'd point it out to you. Even the married ones. And just notice they're dead quiet right now. They're not saying anything. And they don't want to argue with that. They're like, actually, you know, that would be pretty cool. Now, that's what the women are really thinking. The women are really thinking, you know what? Actually, that'd be pretty damn cool. I could go with that. That's what they meant when they said about Cheryl Lee Ralph talking about her and her husband live in separate places. That's what they meant. They meant that. Yeah, I mean, if I can have the guy I'm really attracted to and then you just be my husband and pay bills, but you let me also have access to the guy I'm really attracted to and me and him just do what we do and you're okay with it. Yeah, that'd be great. All right, notice the women are dead quiet. I mean, Jason, you gonna call him out. I'm gonna call him out. I sure am. All right, let me go ahead and get over here on Zoom. I got my man Prince out of Richmond on Zoom. Prince, what's on your mind?
Jason, I put my phone up to the screen. I want you to see. I was thinking the same thing you said. They want the best of both worlds. They want that alpha. They want that alpha to have sex with them, and they want that beta to take care of them and they man. They real man. You got to understand something. Ain't not all, let somebody know something I don't know. If women want, that's why they have babies for these men, so they always have access to them. So that's an excuse or rules or whatever you want to call it for them to make sure they still can connect with him. Well, that's my child's father. Now, the child 21 years old, but that's my child's father. Women like having a whole bunch of penises around. They feel comfortable. They would rather work with a group of men than a group of women in a workplace. Am I lying or telling the truth? Just let me know, Jason, unless you know something I don't know. I've never seen a woman be uncomfortable working in an office with a whole bunch of men there. As long as they've been, I guess, respected or whatever. But
yeah, a woman doesn't really have a use for a bunch of other women around her because, as I pointed out during Valentine's Day for the last few years, I had to break that down because nobody else on the internet explained it. Men pay top dollar for females. Females won't buy each other a damn cheeseburger. Your rent is due. Another female like, what the hell you expect me to do about that? Men are the only people who will spend thousands of dollars on a female they're not even having sex with. A female is not going to spend $100 on another female that she's not related to. And in a lot of cases, won't even spend it on them. So hanging around men gives tons of benefits, tons of unearned rewards and benefits you can't possibly get around females. You damn right they're hanging around men. All of our major holidays are constructed and engineered to squeeze out more resources out of the men. You don't have one single holiday that tells the women what they need to do for the men. Father's Day is a damn joke. Not even a funny one. That's for the kids. You buy something for dad. Now for Mother's Day, hey dad, what you can buy for mom. Now for Father's Day, it doesn't say, hey mom, it's talking to the kids.
But Jason, the department stores, The men's section, you got to go over in a corner somewhere. You know, when I was going to college, I worked at Sears. The men's department tucked over here. And when the women's department seemed like it wrapped around half the store. And so you're right about that, because it's geared toward women, and we understand that. Now, Jason, I want to ask you, why do you I think, well, y'all kind of alluded to it. Yeah, of course they have relations, and it might look, if you come through Texas, you're gonna see cows everywhere, and you're gonna see a species of cow, one in probably every pasture, that's gonna throw you off, a Bremer bull. Why is that Bremer bull there? He's not the same species as these other cows, right? But he serves a purpose. So that's that alpha male. He's there to open that birth channel up. That's what he does. He can't make any babies with a regular cow, but that's what he's there for. Serves a purpose. So they got these guys around. He got her out here displaying herself, and he's awkward. Let me ask you this. Donald Trump, do you think he has more social skills as a man, being at a higher level financially? So I guess somewhat of a billionaire. Does he have more of a social skills than Jeff Bezos, or even the one that owns Facebook?
I mean, certainly he does have better personal skills, better interpersonal skills. You know, he can be witty, he can be funny. Jeff can be professorial and instructive, but Jeff Bezos, you know, is not personable on that level. Not on that level, he isn't. Jeff Bezos is not a life of the party guy.
Okay.
He's not a center of attention guy. He was always the brainiac. He's the guy he's had a better relationship with computers than he has with females. And that made him fabulously wealthy, but it came at a cost. And the cost is social. So whether it's Bezos, Zuckerberg, Ellison, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, they all have one thing in common. They are socially misaligned. Fabulously focused at what they do technically, but when it comes to people, they're not so good at that. Donald Trump had to be a salesman, and he had to be his own salesman.
Okay.
So he had to pick up better social skills. Mark Zuckerberg didn't have to be a salesman. He just had to steal other folks' ideas.
That's what he did.
Well, they made 2 movies by it.
Yes.
So he didn't have to be a salesman. Jeff Bezos just had to be more competitive. So when you take a look at these guys, they didn't have to be salespeople. Not really. Elon Musk is a terrible salesperson. He's great for pitching ideas, just not a great salesperson. Or at least not on Trump's level. Trump is a great salesperson. He's a great salesperson, and you can see where that benefits him. So when he deals with other people, it shines through.
Right. Now, if fellas, if you can't check your woman, that's not your woman. That's not your woman. That's somebody else's woman. And when women first when she came in the door, she wasn't telling them about the other guy. She first got him all whooped up with the sex, and then she started smiling. This is what women do. They start smiling and seem happy. Hey, this would be a good idea. Won't you, this here, and they're real nice, and we work together as the parents, and they're gonna do this stuff, and you can't be falling for any of that. You got to be willing to walk away at any time.
Well, that's a hard sell, though, because you got to understand something, Prince. And I've talked about this before. This is the darkest of the arts. I don't really talk about this very much. I don't even talk about this on Patreon. But truth be told, folks don't have to like what I'm saying here. You can't argue with any of it. You are most vulnerable as a man when you're in bed, and I don't just mean physically. Now, if you actually are honest with yourself, you're most vulnerable when you're in bed, and I don't just mean physically.
You're going to open up and talk, pillow talk.
What I'm saying is, as a man, you become vulnerable not just physically. You're vulnerable emotionally, which is the most dangerous part. You're vulnerable mentally. Now you're open to suggestion. There's a whole bunch of things that a woman can open you up to and start softening you up to when you become intimate with her in a manner that just sitting across a table at Starbucks don't do.
I hop out on the bed and get my wash rag. I ain't trying to yell.
Well, like I say, to a fellow who's had more experience, I guess that's an option. But to a guy who does not know where his next piece of female is going to come from, that is at that level, he's going to start making all kinds of concessions and all kinds of compromises, especially if he does not know that he's open and susceptible to that. So that's why females will sit up here and jump into bed with you if she knows what she's doing. That's the time to hit him.
Yes.
Don't let him leave that room before you hit him up for it. Why do you think these fellas keep talking about going to Thailand and the Philippines and whatnot? Everything is always sex-based. Them chicks over there know, okay, that's the time to do it. Not at no damn bar.
Now, Jason, you know the saying, right? The Vietnam veterans said it. The Korean War veterans tell us. And I want to be real. I want to be real with y'all now. I ain't gonna get raw, but I'm gonna get real. That when they see some of the women that come over here, yeah, back in the day when I was over there, she wasn't but $3. That was $2 right there. That was $20 right there. Now over here, she can raise the price, but back then, this is what it was. So now when they get over here, going to Miami, going to different places, now, of course, if they're building up their, building up their value as a woman to draw that kind of attention, I understand, but we've seen both sides. And every once in a while, we get a dude that married they fall in love with the scummiest prostitute on the street. And they bring them over here. And they, for some reason, they don't leave these women. My God. And they have children with them. It's the most disgusting thing. And these women still have the mind that they had when they was back in them streets.
Yeah, she got the goal. That's the whole thing about being a trick. You have to remember, a man can be an expert at his profession and be completely socially inept and incompetent when it comes to females. So women can spot that from just like men can spot a chick who's easy. Women can spot a man who's easy.
Could you give me your opinion, because it kind of confuses me. How can a man that's a leader of men, I know one of them, he has a silver star. That's the next thing before a Medal of Honor. And nowhere when it comes to leading us was he indecisive at all. But when he get back to civilian world, my God, who is this guy? I lost respect for him and told him. I told him outside the base, of course, but I told him, and I said, can I talk to you, Sarge? Yeah. I don't really have respect for you. I respect you as a soldier, as a leader, but I don't respect you as a man. And he was really kind of, it hurt him, why would you say that, And I told him why. I told him. And he really didn't have much to say, He really didn't have much to say. I'm going to leave it at that, but he was kind of shocked. And it bothered him. I don't know what to tell him, but I just really didn't. He was cool people. But when it comes to that, I don't want that kind of energy around me. And people just assume, and this. Let me ask you this question, Jason. Do you consider the optics of how other people see your woman in the way she presents herself?
You can't help but to do that because she is your feminine representative. That is a power dynamic. The female that you are with represents you as a man. Folks are going to immediately make estimations and calculations about you. If she's leading you, they can see it. If she is admiring you, they can see it. Yes. If she is challenging your authority, they can see it. You talked about something there before, and I think what you're about to go into is, well, how can you tell? How is it that females can tell if a guy is easy? Let me go ahead and give you a very simple litmus test. If you are a man who is used to being an authority with men and women, for example, women can take a look at body language, nonverbal body cues. When you're dealing with a little nerdy dude, he doesn't turn towards you. A female can walk right up on him. if she walks up to him from the side or from behind, he's not going to turn around really and face her. If she walks up to him from the side, he's not going to turn even a little bit to be facing her. A man who's in charge, he always does that.
Yeah.
He is always going to be talking to her, looking at her, looking her in the eyes. Those are things that females pick up on. Those are nonverbal cues that tell you about his confidence. Those are nonverbal cues. So she doesn't have to ask if you're used to females or this, that, and the other. She right there, she could tell without you ever saying a word. She walked up and she saw how you responded. And that's just one example.
Okay. So women are always getting intel off of men.
They have to, because how else do you think that they can sit around 24 hours a day trying to figure out if they're going to cash your ass in?
And deal with it, nigga.
Come on, ladies. You all have to keep your eyes and ears open because you're always calculating whether or not today you need to cast this nigga out. Now, there's the dirty side of it. They're all going to sit up here and act like and try to lie about it, but it's the truth. Females have to become adept at seeing if a man is receptive to her, because otherwise she has no leverage with which to sit up here and pull rank on you. If there isn't another man available, only thing she really do is get out there and hot-footed on her own. Yeah. And she's not going to do that if she can avoid it, because that's not really beating you. That's beating her damn self. So if she's going to have any leverage, she needs to be able to recognize another man who is willing and ready to take your place. So females are always analyzing that, always gauging it, always measuring it. Primarily also because it's a survival mechanism. Yes. If there's a guy that you don't like who is taking an interest in you, you need to be able to recognize that without him saying anything. If he has to walk up to you and say something, it's already too late. As a father, you know that with your daughter. If he has to walk up to you, it's already too late. So women have to develop that ability. But the bottom line is that, yeah, brother, they are always analyzing if a man is receptive, whether he deals with women like that, because just in case he needs to be an option.
What, Jason? Women are wonderful. I have to tell you, especially, they're wonderful, especially when you're in a intimate situation. There's nothing like, to an extent, a woman and being with her, but are there certain topics that you should not discuss while you're laying in bed with your woman?
You shouldn't discuss finances. You should not discuss your vulnerabilities. You should not discuss where you're failing. You shouldn't discuss where there's a problem. You shouldn't say any of that at all.
I hope y'all listening.
And you're going to be very, very inclined to do so, but you shouldn't tell her about a single problem you don't have an answer to already, and that needs to be included. You don't do that because you're opening up vulnerabilities. Please understand, every guy is blindsided when the female gets up and leaves. Do you realize that when you're in bed, you're going to give her intel? If she's holding a grudge against you and then you start telling her that your situation is not solid, you do realize you're heaping that on top of that grudge, right?
She's going to remember that.
You're giving her more reason to start acting on what she's already feeling, as opposed to her defeating that feeling and putting it back where it belongs. Now you're giving her more reason to act on it, and you didn't realize you were.
And never talk to a woman about your insecurities. In my opinion, what do you say, Jason?
That would have to be a hell of a solid female to do that with. I'm just going to say, if you're going to talk about your insecurities, they need to be few and far between.
Okay. Because I have met some women that's solid, but when it comes to, she's still a woman. So, that's why I was asking. Now, Jason.
Talking about your insecurities with a female is like a female talking about her body count with you.
Damn.
Y'all ain't gonna like that. That was a very compact piece of knowledge put in a very small package, wasn't it? A man talking about his insecurities with a woman is like a woman talking about her body count with you. It doesn't make the person feel better.
Even if you're being honest.
Yeah, you're being very honest and very forthcoming, but it doesn't make them feel better about it.
And body count may be higher than your blood pressure now.
Well, the point is that she's coming to you because she's supposed to be the insecure one.
Yes.
She's supposed to be the one that you are reassuring. Now you're coming to her for reassurance, just like she's coming to you because you're supposed to be the sexual expert. Now it's like, oh, wait a minute, we done flipped it. Really? She's a sexual expert now? That's not a plus.
And what I've grown respect for women is when they can see my blind sides and they say, "Hey, well, okay, now don't do that." Or listen, can I say something to you? And that's what I'm talking about right there. Now, this is what I think about this, and how do you feel about it? Okay, thank you. If a woman, she should spend less time, and it's all for women not to do, trying to manipulate you or figure you out. Other things that trying to bring solutions. That's why we as sons, as much as we love our mothers and the women in our family, we at a certain point we pull away because we have to become men, and that's the way that's supposed to go. Jason, we haven't found a solution to it, but what do you say for a man I say he's in the danger zone, he's married, he has children, financial ties to a woman, and she's showing open contempt? Is it anything can be done in a situation?
Brother, I got so many fellas contacting me right now about that very thing.
Dog.
I'm just going to be honest. I got so many fellas right now contacting me about that very thing. They got somebody, and what I'm saying, brother, is TK Kirkland said it, and I said it before him because it's true. When you give them a ring or a baby, bro, she's got you over a barrel. You can emotionally recover from whatever foolery she does, but that's the whole reason why they want to lock on you. Mm-hmm. Laura wanted that baby with Gonzalez, so just in case she needs to punish you, she's got something you can't walk away from. So even if you're not committed to her, you're going to be committed to contact with her, whether you wish to be or not. So that gives her leverage to force you to do things that you do not want to do on your own. So now I got so many fellas out here right now. Probably the two biggest things that I'm hearing right now, probably the two biggest things. Number one, a bunch of dudes who got married and were not ready or willing to accept that this is going to be the last pair of fresh butt cheeks you ever going to have. And this is it. So just lock in. You don't get variety. You don't get excitement. You have sex when she wants to have it. You get companion. And if she's being snotty with you this week, you don't get anything. Might not get a meal. So that's the number one thing is fellas who realize that, this is a marriage, not a slave contract, or not a record deal. You can't force anything to happen. So there's the biggest thing I see is that even when you're unhappy, you don't actually, all you can really do is sit there and try to reason with her or whatever, but you can't say, you know what, I don't have to take this. Now that's what you can't do. So what do you do when you've married somebody who's willing to betray the relationship and marriage? Okay, you're kind of in it. There are no good, easy answers here. The second thing that I've noticed is from a bunch of guys, they've gotten married and the chick done put on weight. Damn! Now, you thought we was done with this back in the 80s. That used to be a joke that all the comedians used to say. They don't say this much anymore. I guess fat acceptance. But the other thing is that, yeah, they got married and he's like, I'll be damned. If you're going to be the last one ever, if you're going to be my only option, I'll be damned. My only option got to be a bad one? As I explained to the young man there before. What in the world do you look like buying a Maybach GLS 600 for a chick who's damn near as big as the GLE? Makes no damn sense. Furthermore, the car looks better than she does. So how the hell do you feel about that? That the rest of your life is exceptional and the chick who is serving ice cream at Marble Slab looks better than the woman you're married to and paying bills for and got a Maybach for. Now that's going to hurt you. That's going to bother you. That's going to bother you bad because biology is biology. Yes. It's not up to your opinion. She got a cute face, slim waist, large breasts, good hips. That's not something you have to think about. That's biological. Your desire for that is not something that you have to contemplate or you have to sit there and have intense meditation about. That's biological. It's reflexive. And that motivates you. It's like, damn, that belongs in that's an exceptional. That belongs in something exceptional. Now you're married to a chick who went from at least matching it to all of a sudden, oh, not a damn thing matches. But you're paying more than you ever have to get less than you've ever gotten.
Because she knows. Because look, you know what BB King said, you're evil when I'm with you, but you're jealous when we're apart. So they know they don't just stop having sex. The women will, I sit in the military and I watch things and how guys would come. I said, why you living in the barracks? I thought you married. And they just talk to me. That they stop showing affection, because when they getting ready to get with this other guy, they feel like they cheating on him or having relationship sex with their own husband. So they gotta get what they devote totally to this man on the side. And what they expecting you is to question, why are you doing this? Why are you treating me? Oh, that's just putting you all in the trick bag right there. Because when you show any emotion, you just you supposed to just exit stage left, handle your business, but it's gonna cost you a couple. Back in the day, it was about a couple $100,000. Now it might cost you $500,000 to $800,000. The way Jason talked about the prices with these homes and all these other things, this is really putting a lot of fear in the young men's mind. Jason, do you feel any responsibility to the fact that you are laying out the truth, but the messenger, are you preaching too much fire and brimstone, or any of the young men going to get married?
Sure, they will. The only thing is I want them to make all their decisions with their eyes wide open. There
Real
are
talk.
clear red flags, clear problems that these guys come back for later, come back complaining about later. When you have married people, the whole problem with that Kira, whatever the hell a damn name is, Kira Sheard, the whole problem there is that when you got married folk who are talking about sex, you trying to move like you're single. That's what single people do, is talk about how great their sex life is, because you're inviting other people into it. When your wife is out here inviting other people in y'all's bedroom online, she's letting you know that it ain't really popping. The bedroom ain't really popping for her. She's not really interested in this, so she's trying to talk herself into it, and she wants other people to express envy and admiration because she herself does not feel it. Well, that's a gigantic red flag, but you also knew if she was that kind of chick before you married her. So why did you do that? And the truth is, most men marry chicks and they figure she's going to say the same. Once I marry her, this will freeze her in time. And then you don't realize, most men are just getting put in trick bags because you're not actually the guy she desires.
And she's talking, this woman's talking under her own clothes. She's a married woman, not another man talking under her clothes. If her husband would do that, everybody would be outraged. But she's talking under her own clothes, and all she's talking, basically, like you say, he helps produce the child, and he's in relation with her. She's only talking about him, what he can do sexually.
Hoes talk about their sex habits publicly. And too many men have married hoes and then want to come back later with buyer's remorse. Because you let all the other fat, ugly, sloppy hoes in the comment sections sit up here and talk. I know they just hoes too. Hoes talk about their sex habits in public, not honorable women. Hoes do that. And you married a hoe, and now you stuck with it, and you're just hoping the bomb don't go off in your face.
Jason, what's that song? You say, Mom, I think I'm married to a hoe. Look, Jason, she is the daughter of one of the Clark sisters. Are you saying that these church girls have the same practices? Is that what you're saying?
Brother, the biggest hoes in the world are Catholic girls. So, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. The whole thing is, fellas will be so damn desperate for sex. The priority is, can I have sexual access? And then I will judge her character later. Character and personality are two different things.
So the only way I think a man could do that if he takes time having sex with the woman. I know, like you say, sex is a given, but for a young man, because sex can shut his brain off, what are some of the steps that he can do? I like the one you said, but even when they start having sex, don't talk about finances in the bed. Don't even use flirtation. Be talking about business when they're flirting and doing sexual overtones. So what can a young man do to be objective about the woman he's dealing with? Do he need to say, you know what? Do I want her to teach these values to my children if we get together, the way she's conducting herself? Or what do you think some of the things? Because women they can, just like men, they can put on a good front. And when you haven't had that, that women know a lot of men are starved for sex. So what are they to do?
A young man, first and foremost, needs to make sure that he is admired and respected. That's the first thing. If she does not admire you, if she does not respect you, then just understand you're vulnerable. That's the bottom line. Most males do not want to check on that one first. They just want to check on sexual access. And then they figure everything else will fall in place. And then you don't realize you're a pit stop. That if she gets a better option, now she's going to jump because she doesn't actually admire you. You're a nice guy and you think, well, that means I win. And then you find out later being a nice guy means nothing. Women do the most abuse of the nice guys.
Yes.
So a young man, first and foremost, needs to confirm that he is admired and respected. You can only be admired for your ability to excel.
Oh, because
so you can't be a mediocre guy who is admired. You can't be Mr. Great in bed and be admired either. You can be nice, you can be useful. That doesn't make you admired. So take a look at how other people react and respond around you. Females are looking for a guy who's a leader of men. That's if you're admired by other people, then she admires you.
Yes.
That's why bookworms can't be admired. You're only admired as spelling bees, but you don't actually have any confirmation from other people. So you haven't actually given her anything to admire. You can't be admired in a closet. You can be admired in the theater. You can't be admired in the closet. You're just a really smart guy. That's all you are. But you're not admired, and we can't admire you because nobody else knows. That's the fallacy of being the law-abiding citizen.
Okay.
Well, you know it, and anybody who gets super close to you will know it. But other than that, it doesn't have any value outside of this. So the first thing is you have to do that. The second thing is you have to give her time, and you have to ask yourself, the biggest way to find out if a woman values you is what does she sacrifice?
I like that. I hope y'all writing it down.
Fellas are out here today making lifelong contracts to a female who sacrificed nothing. Prince, she came to you literally with nothing but the clothes on a damn back. Nothing. That means she has nothing to lose. Nothing at all to lose. Meanwhile, she wants you to agree to be in the position where you lose everything.
But she say she losing time. She say, you costing me time. I could have been getting a high value man instead of, so you owe me because I gave you my time.
Well, she can believe whatever the hell she wants to, but the bottom line is that you as a man are supposed to confirm these things. I can't measure love. Maybe I can confirm his presence. I don't think I can measure it. I can measure if she admires you. I can measure if she sacrifices for you. Now, I can measure those. I can actually see that happening. I can tell you how much it is. These intangibles that rely on what do you feel today, that's the worst part of it. And that's why females understand that sex turns a man's brain off. So if she wants him to stop thinking about what she's not doing, okay, give him some sex and he's going to stop thinking about what he's not getting. And that's why when folks are really honest with dudes, you go to the car dealership. It's like, okay, dude, you're buying something that she really likes. Just understand you're the one on the hook for this payment, whether you two break up tomorrow or not. The young man I was talking about there before, I talked to a young man who he done bought like 4 or 5 houses for the same female.
Okay.
4 or 5 houses for the same female. One place where they were all places and things she wanted. And what I'm saying is, okay, but you're on the hook for the cost of it no matter what. She likes it, but you pay for it. And then when all was said and done, she didn't respect him.
No. That was just a play. That's a new toy, and she gets bored of it. I know a dude, he bought one woman 3 engagement rings. We talking $5,000 to $15,000 wedding rings. Yeah. So if you gotta pay your way into it, if you gotta, that's why Jason say don't lead with your finances. Jason, is it what is the common thing that the young men, is it one common thing that all the young men, when they're in these situations where they're married, with children, financially tied, and the woman showing contempt, what's the common theme that they tell you they're the most frustrated about?
I mean, lack of respect is always the most common thing, because that transcends sex.
Yes, sir.
That transcends most everything else. As a man, you cannot live with people that you are responsible for, because that costs you. Okay, it's costing you, but you're receiving nothing in return. You don't need their money. That's not what they're there to give you. You don't need their money. You don't need their protection. You need the protection provider. The real thing is, by the way, what am I getting? If you're not getting respect, then it's not worth it. And that's the number one thing you're going to see them complaining about.
Okay.
The fella that she was all geeked over, he didn't have to beg for sex. He didn't have to beg for respect. He didn't have to beg for admiration. He didn't have to do any of that. And what I'm saying is that what makes a man feel most disrespected is when you're paying more than anybody else she's ever met has paid, and you're getting less than any of them are getting. It would seem to reason, here's where math takes over. So fellas tell themselves math doesn't matter. Oh, we ain't got to worry about measuring things. Yeah, you do, because the first thing you're going to be saying is, by the way, I've given more than they have. And then you're going to start rattling off the list of what you've given. And it's going to bother you that you've got this whole big pile of what you've given on one side, and then you look on her side of the scale, and there's just a couple of pennies over there. But before, she worked her ass off with somebody else to make sure that scale was balanced. That's going to bother you. That's going to bother you tremendously. And if you don't take your time, if you don't give her 2 or 3 years to prove that this is a real thing and not an act, if you are not actually measuring to see if she's sacrificing anything, if you can't tell whether a man is admired or not, and if you don't care if you're respected or not, so long as you have sexual access, those are the kind of things that really mess dudes up, because you're going to be making permanent commitments, and women don't think nothing happened to baby. What? I said it. Women don't have a baby for a green card. Women don't have a baby to get tickets to Disney World. Women don't think a damn thing about having no baby. It's men who sit up here and get all frazzled and whatnot and pulling our hair out. And women don't think nothing happens, especially after they have the first one. A chick have one baby, she can pop the rest of them out like Pop-Tarts. She don't care about that.
Jason, remember, we from the South. Women have a baby just to get some good hair on the baby from a dude.
Women that have a baby to get a discount at Walmart.
Oh, God, Jason, I don't know. Are we going too far with this?
No, he is not. If they get a discount for folks with babies, like on airlines, you get a discount for having kids. She's like, I'll be damned, I can get half price by having another bastard.
Jason, so what all the training doing? We try to teach the women what all that training out the window when it's survival time is what you're saying.
Brother, I was like, women sit up here and bandy babies around because they know it has value to men. We put a high value on that. If men put no value on children, women wouldn't be doing it at all, which is what you see in a lot of cases when chicks are having abortions. Well, they have an abortion for a guy who doesn't have any value for it. But all of a sudden, the first damn doctor or lawyer or engineer or Indian chief she can get pregnant by, all of a sudden she gonna keep his baby. And you like, I'll be damn, have you had 4 or 5 abortions for me? Why we gotta have mine? And she's like, well, you're a good one. So that's what I'm saying. Fellas who are professional athletes shouldn't have abortions for everybody else. Oh, you make $20 million. Oh, we gonna have this kid. She'll be in the hospital, damn it, with her eyes rolled up in the head, but she's gonna try to have this baby. So the only time they get rid of it is when it means nothing to you. But if it's actually gonna mean something, oh, we're gonna make this happen.
Jason, if you could be a magistrate or a judge that people came to get married and they had to come through you and you set the rules. I know one of them you say would be that they would have to talk to a lawyer, especially young men talk. Would there be any other requirements that you would do?
I mean, it's just three simple things. Number one, you have to talk to a lawyer first. And yeah, you still want to, this chick will have that kind of power if y'all get divorced. You still want to roll with her? You still all in? Number two, have you had a situation with her that made you want to break up with her? Right. And be honest. Now that you've answered yes to that one, let's go back to that lawyer thing. You still want to roll that dice? Last but not least, sir, this will be the last female you ever get to have sex with in your life. This is it. No others, no more. You are going to be resigned and restricted to her and just her. Whether she gains weight, whether she gets old, whether she gets an STD, whether she doesn't want to have sex. What? This is your only sexual option. You will be completely dependent on her for the remainder of your days. Not simply for frequency, but for quality. Yikes! Oh, I'm hurting a whole bunch of folks' feelings tonight. She is not going to only be in charge of frequency, she's also going to be in charge of quality. If she wants to do it a lot, it'll happen. If she doesn't want to do it at all, it won't. If she wants to do it good, you have a good evening. If she's really lazy about it, this is what you get. One night it might be gourmet. The next damn night is Swanson frozen food. If you're that damn lucky. You might end up dumpster diving.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen is not just frozen food. You might be out the back of the Chinese restaurant in the damn dumpster trying to see if they threw some fortune cookies out. Okay, and this will be the last one you ever have. Now, please consider what I told you about the attorney and about whether or not you two have had a serious situation that made you want to leave, because now you know she's capable of doing something like that. Last but not least, this is the last female you ever gonna have sex with. So you can, if you're walking through Magic City or by Magic City, or you're walking to a hotel somewhere and I'm talking about a bomb 10 come bubbling by, you got to make it, you still got to say, nope, don't want it. I'm perfectly fine where I'm at. Can you handle that pressure? Can you handle the pressure?
Oh, Jason, that's not fair. When they know you out here, you got more than one girlfriend, and they stuck with this over here, and they say, man, look at my life. And look at Jason's dealing with his thing, but you set the rules up front. Man.
No, you're going to sacrifice. No, that's the thing that sickens me the most out here today is that, look, all you married dudes, stay on your side of the damn fence. You made your bed, stay in it. They want to be married and try to move like they're single, and it's made the game corny. It's corny. It's stupid. We got birthers out here trying to flex because cornball dudes is married. I'm like, okay, stay over there. This mess is comedy. It's comedic, and you didn't even really want it. Now you crying and boohooing and singing the blues because they done switched up the game on you. And you want to come back over here. And it's like, no. What you need to do is, hey, get over there with the old folks here. Get over there and make that work. The problem is when your and my grandfather said that, it was a different time and the females saw their obligations differently. Your grandmama didn't say, well, you know what? I can be size 16. There's a nigga in my DMs who holler. Now, that your grandmama couldn't say that. Could she have handled that kind of power? I don't know. But your grandmama wouldn't say that. Today, okay, if you tell her about that, hey, baby, this, that, and the others, she like, nigga, the eyes just thick. We good. Next thing you know, you making me feel bad. It's like, okay, and you're just stuck with it, dude.
Well, that's like I say. When we had that pandemic, I told my we had got that scale. Told my niece, them, hey, listen, here we go. You just the best, and they went and handled their business, and they do what they do. Making sure I let them know. Now, whatever you choose, Y'all in your early 20s now. Y'all whatever. But I done told you, don't come back crying to me. You got one shot I get at one time, but after that you're on your own. Because you're talking about something that's so serious, bro. Now this is what the guys think they can get around it. Okay, Jason, they getting ready to marry her. She had no problem with him dealing with other women prior to the actual marriage. So he's thinking, I can keep doing this after I get with her because she tolerated it. But do they understand that transition of signing that document with the state that she has the power now? She can change her mind at will.
I'm gonna dispute that. And the reason is because most females are not that way. If you're a guy who quote unquote is the marrying type, then she doesn't, in your case, you don't get the privilege of having more than one female. And she's not gonna tolerate you either doing that. That's reserved for men that is their life. Okay, gotcha. But a man who has more than one female does not get married either. So you can't be a contradiction. If you're telling her you ready to get married, you're telling her you're not like that. So when you say you want to get married, you're saying you want to give her leverage. Okay. So what you're telling her is that you don't want more, that it's too difficult and too much of a hassle for you to have options and variety and maintain them. And that now you want simplification and convenience. Well, that's what you're telling a female you want. Women understand that's what you're trying to say. Even if you never use those words, they understand that's what you're trying to say. Oh, you want simplicity and convenience. And she's like, okay, well, let me jack up this price as much as I can. But as a man, women don't want that except for the men who are never going to get married. Now, if you're a guy, your value is up there and you're not the least bit interested in marriage, those are the ones that they are happily with.
Okay.
Everybody else, nigga, she's tolerating that because she's moving you towards that finish line because she knows she can get you across it. The guy that she cannot get across it, that's the one that she sits happily with. She's not going to sit happily with you.
No, because she knows she can run you at some point. Now, Jason, with the married men, and I'm talking about men that have been married a minute, and it's in these either sexless marriages or I ain't talking about the young men now. What is that? Have they ever told you what their biggest frustration was with the way you're able to move and they're not able to move? Have they ever come to you and said that, or saying, "How are you able to do this? I can't do this here."
No.
Or what's their biggest frustration?
No, it's just they're just real quiet. They don't say anything. They're beating dogs. What they do is they go off into a life of quiet desperation. That's what happens to the average fellow out here who gets married. He just recedes into a life of quiet desperation. They don't say anything. You don't hear them say anything anymore. It's like when they do say something, it's like talking to somebody from a damn nursing home. It's nothing you'd ever want to trade places with for the most part. And he likes that. You know, he's tired of competing. He doesn't want to have to compete anymore. He's ready to cash in his chips and say, okay, I'm here at the used whole lot. What can I get? What can I get? And they keep bringing you the 79 Buick, and this is the 79 Plymouth. It's like, okay, can we do something better than this? And this, well, you at least got a Buick Grand National, damn it. So that's what happens to them. So they just get quiet, man. You go take a look online. You can take a look anywhere, bro. And that's why I said the married women are running around sitting up here doing victory laps. The damn husbands ain't saying a word.
When you mentioned about the ring, was that enough for them to be satisfied? Those women didn't say. I saw one probably pop the ring up. That said a lot.
Okay.
Married women, and you didn't even go into no detail with it.
And what's understood ain't got to be explained. I mean, everybody knows what this is. Like I say, they're out there and stuff. In the modern era, what happens is these guys, once they get stuck, they just disappear. They don't say anything. They're just sitting at home being angry and upset, and until they get divorced, and then they're back out here on the market, and they're gonna go hard one or two ways. They are either gonna never get married again, or they're gonna be whining and complaining about, I just need a good woman. And that's basically what will happen to them. But the bottom line is, I mean, if we're all just honest about it, that's what you see and that's what occurs. They just get real quiet and you just never hear from them again.
Right.
It sounds like death when you think about it. So, I mean, that's it. He realizes he's trapped, man. He's trapped. It doesn't matter what he wants to do. There are no good damn options. Because usually what happens, the average fella here, because the value isn't where it should be, what ends up happening is they end up leveraging everything. So he winds up giving the house, he winds up giving kids. He just digs himself deeper and deeper because he thinks to himself, well, if we have some kids, she'll go back to the way it was. And it's like the more you do that, the further away from it you're getting. You've left this world over here. And it's only after they leave it that they're like, damn, it was pretty good over there. And like I say, look, the bottom line is it has to be the right woman to be able to give all that up for. But as a man, you have the expectation that she is going to be your everything. If I have to give up everything, then you are agreeing to be my everything. And what the bottom line is, no female walks to the altar, amazingly enough. Women today do not walk to the altar with the expectation that she's going to be your everything. No, she expects you to be her everything, but she does not expect to be your everything. Not at all. She's sitting there like, no, I'm supposed to be pretty good. I'm not supposed to be your everything. Why? The whole point of getting married was that I don't have to compete anymore. So you want me to marry you and continue operating at a high level and competing? No, that's not the reason for getting married. The reason for getting married is so I can stop competing. You get the house and the car and you take care of me and I watch TV and do whatever I want to. I don't have to compete anymore.
And what do you think of when a woman's talking about her friends? I think, young men, you can learn a lot from when she's talking about the women around her. You'll learn a lot about your woman's values. If their friends are doing shady things or doing things to demean their man, that's letting you know. I'm asking you that, Jason. Is that letting you know her values? She said, well, that's them, though.
I mean, it can be, although watching, if you're a woman doesn't have any female friends at all, there's another warning sign that she doesn't have any female friends, period.
Man.
You see a lot of that. That's a typical hoe sign. Hoes don't have any female friends at all. The only people they ever spend any time with are men. So big hoe sign right there. She has no female friends, acquaintances. She doesn't talk to any females at all. So everybody in your life has been a man that you slept, and all of them you slept with. The only people in your life are people you sleep with, and they're all men. At some point, there should be enough damn red flags and enough issues there. But women understand that men's brains turn off when sex enters the equation. And if you start dangling it, he'll be more concerned with securing that than otherwise. Which is why I tell fellas, hey, if you can be a guy who that's not an issue for because you have options, then you've got that taken care of. And now you can start making some value judgments because your judgment is not clouded by trying to get sexual access. You can actually see her for what she is.
Yes.
And it might be together, then again, it might not be, but you'll actually be able to see it. I'll let you have the last word.
Jason, do you think Jeff from Amazon is going to marry this woman?
I think the odds are against it because it's been years. It doesn't take man years to figure out if he wants to marry you or not. It doesn't, especially for a guy with that much imminent wealth, he can get married to you over a weekend. It doesn't take years for that to happen. Right now, it doesn't look like that'll occur. As far as I can tell, he sure is slow walking this. We've been hearing about that for years. So, we'll see how it goes. If he does, it's only going to be because he's dotted all his I's and crossed all his T's and made sure she won't have anything more than he wants to give her.
Okay. I want to ask you this, Jason. I forgot to ask you. Her the baby daddy, the athlete she have a baby with, how do you think that's emasculating that he works for his baby mama's husband, or what? How do you see that?
Prince, would it be emasculating for you for your ex-wife to bring her boyfriend to work for you?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. No, you talking about work for me. I'm talking about for him. Okay.
Well, Prince, if your girlfriend brought her ex-boyfriend to come work for you today, how would you feel?
It wouldn't be cool. It wouldn't happen.
I mean, I can't even think of shaking hands with that nigga.
No.
Think about that for a few moments, because you know what they've been doing. It's like, I don't give a damn how. So how do you shake hands with that guy?
And they going on trips together. That's a new form of co-parenting or something. But I'm talking about from his perspective, the athlete's perspective. How could he go to work? Or you just said, hey, cool, my woman taking care of me. Still my woman. She looking out for me.
I mean, everything's falling into place for you. What's there for you to complain about? Everything's lined up for you.
Man.
And all you can be is like, man, my bro is so bad, she done brought the damn cuck to me. Think about that for a few moments, bro. You making more money.
Oh.
Come on now. You making more money. She is so damn cool about you. You making more money now. Think about that for a few moments. Everybody else got to fight for a commentating job. She done laid up with the dude and got you one. Bruh, it's pimping and hoeing.
So, Jason, if you're one of your exes was able to say, I got to connect here and I can hook you up, and you may not turn it down, huh? If it's a connect or somebody you can communicate with or something.
I'm just saying, that's not your woman. That's all I can say.
Man.
There's a bunch of fellas right now, they're laying up with somebody and that's not their woman. That's so clearly not their woman. When you see funhouse mirror stuff like this, that's so clearly not your woman. This is where we are today, and you can have a few $1 billion and that's what happens. It's dirty work. Dirty work. Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. Let me see if I can get Tyler up here on Zoom. Let me get Tyler on Zoom. Okay, waiting to see if we can get Tyler here. There you go, Tyler. All right, Tyler, what's on your mind? Unmute yourself.
What's going on, Brother Jason? Let me get this paused over here. I was tuning in a little bit later in the broadcast, but I heard you had just mentioned Trump. So I got two questions for you tonight. One, do you think because you always talk about how once a man peaks, women start looking for the door. I don't really see how after the second term, how Melania, how Trump could improve beyond that. Do you feel like she might be heading for the exit once the second term is over? No, her identity is with him. Where she comes from, they're taught to do that. She doesn't have any other skills of her own. I mean, no disrespect, but she was known for being naked before she got with him. So the real issue with being a pretty woman is, like I've said, women who are pretty don't think they have to have brains. Women who have brains don't think they have to be pretty. And women who are pretty with brains don't think they have to be anything. And that's just the reality of it. So in Melania's case, like I say, she's 54 years old now. I mean, where's she going? So at this point right now, she belongs to the game. At this point, she belongs to the game. And she's going to just ride it out. Where else is she going? Who else is going to do that? Who else is going to do it, and where else is she going? Trump's got her under an ironclad, prenuptial. He got president or not, you're under an ironclad prenuptial now. So if you do divorce him, you're going to get your little funky $2 million, and then off you go. And that'll be it. And he'll just go grab the next one. He's showing you that. He would do it with no hesitation. So, no, she belongs to the game now. But then again, this is what she signed up for. I mean, the bottom line is when you enter that world, he's done something that name another man you've ever been with or could be with who could do that. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, we only called her Onassis because she married Aristotle Onassis. That was John Kennedy's woman to the day she died. You just the fella taking care of her. That's John Kennedy's woman. So is it because of the way that Trump brought her in, or is it really, and this kind of leads to my next question, is it because the way Melania was raised, or because the way that Trump onboarded her to his life?
It's all the above. The way that she was raised, that's what put her in proximity to get that kind of man. Take a look at what he's done. He's dominated everything he's gotten into. He was a joke when he said he wanted to run for president. Nobody was laughing after he broke out in the polls, and certainly no one was laughing after he won. She bet on the right damn horse. She bet on the right horse. And she's probably the only person on this planet that he can't talk back to. She's probably the only one. Because she could say she wants a divorce. That looks bad for him. It's not the end of his presidency, but that's not a good, that's drama. You don't want that. So of all the folk he can bully around, she's probably the one he can't. Not like he does everybody else. He can't really do her like that. So she's got a special position. But just think about it for a few moments, bro. I mean, women love a winner. And she's not 25 years old anymore. She's 54. Now, granted, he's a bit older than she is, but she's not 25 years old anymore. Cash him in for what? Where are you going? You haven't even prepared yourself to be that. How many of his peers, how many Jeff Bezoses are there out there looking to grab Donald Trump's ex? So when you consider all of that, this is not a woman who's independently wealthy. She's not a woman who had to make money on her own. She's always had men to be able to take care of her. Now she's taken care of at a level that we can't even describe here. So where's she going? Where she's going to get that has nothing to do with what she wants to do. Where are your other options? Where you are right now, think about this. She is now, for the second time in her damn life, because she's 54 years old now? She became first lady for the first time when she was like 44? Think about that for a few moments. So you were 45 when you became first lady the first time. Now you're 54 becoming first lady the second time. Are you kidding me? You're 54 years old and you are referred to as the first lady of the United States. Where are we going? So she's certainly going to be locked down for the next 4 years, so till she's 60. Bruh, dude is firing on all cylinders right now. They didn't think he'd be able to make a comeback. He's made the greatest comeback in political history. Whether you like him or not is just a fact. He's not one of my favorite people, but I got to call it like it is. I didn't vote for him. Clearly, I didn't have to. And what I'm saying, I mean, he's winning. He's winning. So for a female like her, who what she brings to the table is sexuality, even if 54. Okay, he's winning. So this is the best. This is the best horse she's gonna get.
Okay. So then my follow-up question, the last one was it's kind of two-part. For the women that are like Jeff Bezos's fiance, his girlfriend, because that is foul. The trip with the other with the exes. I don't care if the girlfriend, I don't care if he's married, got his wife, brings his grandma and his other two kids. We don't need to travel together. That is not necessary for me. But the women that are like that, because I've had that level, before. And when you step into that level of female, there is so much that you've never experienced. And it's like based on what I see on drug movies, they say it's, people aren't ready for it. So what I'm saying is, how do you prepare the Jeff Bezoses for something they've never had like that? So where they don't fall into this trap. How do you prepare a simp not to fall into this trap if they haven't tasted Dom Perignon before?
I mean, that's the whole thing, is he has to get over the idea that he's sacred. And you have to admit that this is an area of deficiency that needs to be addressed. But that can be a very difficult thing to do, because I can't force you to do that. This is a very personal thing. It goes to the root and the core of who you are as a person. And if you are unwilling to admit that this is a deeply personal area, but it's still an area of deficiency for you, if you're unwilling to accept that, you're going to start looking for easy answers. And easy answers usually are the one that chose you. So the female who makes it easiest for you, she laughs at all your jokes, and she's always available when you call her, and she's, quote, always attentive. Do you realize you're being hacked?
Are you saying choose the mean one, Jason? Is that what you're saying?
I want you all to understand something here. The biggest warning sign for a female is if she is always, always, always available when you contact her.
And deal with it, nigga.
That's not a good thing, fellas. If you can call her at 2 in the afternoon or 2 in the morning and she answers, that's a bad sign. Now, you wouldn't think that is because that seems counterintuitive. You would think otherwise, but that's actually, if you think about it for a few moments, that's a bad sign. What does she have going for her? What is she doing that she's always available? Okay, let me get this to you in terms you can probably understand a little bit better, Tyler. If you had a daughter and she told you, well, Dad, I want to marry this guy. Well, why? Well, he's got a nice guy. He's got a good job. He's always available when I call him. If I text him at 2 PM, he's immediately available to talk to me. If I text him at 2 AM, he's immediately available to talk to me. He's always available.
I don't know.
That right there, you just like, wait a minute. My ears are something ain't, this nigga don't work. How is he just always available? And what I'm saying is, if he's always available, that means he's always waiting.
But I thought that was how women treat and approach the king. The king, you're available for the king. So I think that's why it's so tough for men to tell the difference, because that hyper availability can come across to someone like Jeff Bezos as, oh, I'm her king. I can call
correct. Now you're getting it. Now it took him a moment to put the rationale together. It's like, by the way, a person running game can use that technique and it's camouflaging them, because doesn't that run parallel to the man she really desires? And the answer is yes, it does. Well, then how can I tell the difference? Well, let me try to give you one big ass hint. Does she got a damn ex sitting over there next to y'all? Damn. There's a hint. Jason, I can't figure it out. The nigga's 6'4" and used to play for the Chiefs. And he's sitting right. You're in Greece with your woman and he's sitting right. Tyler, how in the hell do you go on vacation and your woman's damn ex is sitting right there?
You don't, Jason.
How the hell does that even qualify as a vacation? What the hell kind of vacation if you all, damn, it'd really be great if my woman brought the ex with us. Who in the hell has ever sat around and said that? So if you want to know a difference right there, how can I identify, Jason, if they're running game, even if they're doing some of these other things right? Did you take a look at everything, or did you just say, well, I'm going to check 1 or 2 boxes. Okay, let's get in bed. That's the guy who's going to get played. There are obvious signs that this isn't lining up. If your woman has a life, she's not going to be available 24 hours a damn day. She's not. She just isn't. Now, she might be available to hit you back with a text message here and there. Sure. Mostly available? Yeah. Available all day, every day, 24 hours a day? You either got a stalker or a faker.
So Jason, she can't be available more than twice a day. Is that what it is, Jason? She can't be available more than twice a day?
No, she's going to be available more than twice a day. But what I'm saying is, like, let's just say, for example, you're dating a female who's a doctor. How the hell how many patients is she seeing, and how good of a doctor is she if she can hit you back within 60 seconds of you texting her 24 hours a day? That doesn't seem like a very good doctor to me.
Nah.
Okay, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So it's one thing for her to be able to fit you in. That makes sense. All day, every day. Sure, a woman may aspire to that, but mathematically, that's not possible. You're worth $20 billion. Oh, this person wants to make sure they're at the top of your list. Now, if you're running to get that bag, that's good strategy. But the guy who got the bag needs to be aware, bruh, is this the way it really works? Come on, man. Is this the way it really works? Has it ever been this way in a positive relationship? Come on, dude. Is really this easy? When has it ever been this easy? This frictionless? When is it ever like that? And if you didn't have $100 billion, was it like this when you didn't have $100 billion? Is it like this for all the guys who don't have $100 billion? Come on, man. Do you really believe this, or is this something you want to believe?
Jason, I think you talked about it earlier. I think it's that men are getting so mistreated and appreciated out in the world, that when you get that, because even when you were saying it, even if it was hilarious to me, because as you're describing that availability and that outreach, that connection, I'm just like, I'm getting like, I'm over here smiling a little bit, and I'm like, but he just said that's the trap, and I'm like, damn, I'm on the phone with you, and I'm already getting caught up with the description of that, and I think that stems from how tough it is out here, not a black guy, but when you can find something smooth and frictionless in this friction-filled world, it's tough to say no, but that's the definition of a trap.
I mean, look, fellas, people, the old saying still applies. If it's too good to be true, probably is. And when you want a perfectly manicured situation, it's just always available. Come on, this is a little too good to be true here. Something's not right. Something's not right. This is a little too easy. It's a little too easy. It's a little too simple. Now, if you're a guy who doesn't have anything, once again, that's a warning sign. Why is this female always available for you and you don't have anything? What is it that you have that she's interested in? Okay, I got $100 billion. Okay, well, I think I figured out one thing, especially if it's by itself. So you have to be cautious. You have to vet. You have to put them through their paces. You have to be watching for warning signs of things. No, it shouldn't be hell. It also shouldn't be too perfect either, because there's no other part of your life that you would not be suspicious of too perfect. You don't have family members that you can contact 24 hours a damn day. And nigga, you got family members that if you text them help, just the word help, it'll be 3-5 hours before you get a response. Come on now. Everybody listen to me right now. You got family members. You said, hey, it's an emergency. You wouldn't hear from that nigga from 5 or 6 hours. And yet this person over here, 24 hours a day is, come on, man. There's no other area in your life where you would expect that. I'm just saying, these are places where you should have your ears up. You should have your ears up and you should have your radar up. No, it shouldn't be hell, but by the same token, it's like, by the way, this is a good thing, but I mean, men need to just be honest. I'm just telling y'all right now, a female who's available 24 hours a day, something's going on here. That's not natural. Mostly available, sure. But brother, if you work a job, you know full damn well, if a female sends you a text message, you know how you feel with the chick who's like, why, you've gotten this message, we've all gotten as men. She sent you a text message, asking you some question. It's some banal mess, but she's asking a question. You didn't respond for 3 hours. You finally do respond. You respond to exactly what she said. Her next response is, what took you so long? Where have you been?
Foolishness.
Okay, you've been through it, so have I. We've all seen that. Bro, you like, I'll be damned. And what's your next response? Ma'am, I don't just sit around waiting to answer. I don't just sit next to my cell phone all damn day like customer service looking to respond to people. I don't do that. I do stuff. Yeah, you're right. You do. So how is it that she's not?
I think for men, Jason, it's really it's off-putting as hell. I mean, as heck, just like you said, if you got a daughter and you got a guy who's available because he's the provider. And I think that's why this trap of availability and tailoring to a man's availability like that, it's, like I said, Jason, it's a friction-filled world out here. And we got, there's some other stuff I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow. It's a lot going on out here right now. And so when you can find a warm, soft place, Jason, in a cold, hard world, it is tough, Jason, to say, let me get back out here.
And they know this.
Back on.
Mm-hmm. And they know this. Please understand this. Women know this. They know this for a fact. That's why they leverage it. That's the brutal, ugly, gruesome reality. Women know this. They see men every damn day starving for affection, starving for attention. She walks by you like a snow cone dropped in the road. But it's true. Women do not have pity except for the men they want to have pity for. If you're a fella and you suffer, nigga, that's your problem. That's your problem. She's got no mercy, no nothing. She doesn't care what you got or what you don't have, and that's just the reality of it. So you have to be somebody she's actually concerned about for her to have any sympathy whatsoever. And if you ain't getting it, you don't have access to it, So what? And that's really the way it is. So as a man, just recognize that it's a cold world out there, and women understand that. That's why they try to ration as much of that as they can. And it's true. That's why she'll be a triple X rated hoe for the fella she wants. And then for you, it's just like, okay, you can call once a week. It's like you're in prison. You got a 30-minute phone call once a week. That's not accidental. Women do this deliberately. Because the more needy you are, the more you're showing her what her value is. She just starts calculating, okay, what am I going to get for this? Yikes. And men don't really want to believe, Jason, it's really like that. Fellas, it's really like that. It is. And by the way, any of you who are fathers, you're the ones who teach them that.
And deal with it, nigga.
By the way, for those of you who are fathers, you're the ones who teach them to move like that. Oh, they don't have to admit that when Tyler's over there wincing, y'all. But by the way, for those of you who are fathers, you're the ones who teach them to move that way.
I'm the coach for this team, Jason. We only win championships. What can I say?
Okay. Well, but just remember, everybody else's daddy is out there teaching their daughters the same thing. They're teaching their daughters to leverage it too. So, all right. Fellas, it's a cold ass game. But by the way, yeah, truth be told, everybody's teaching their daughters to leverage the same thing. They're teaching them the same thing. Here, let's go leverage it. Don't give it to everybody. Just ration it out. Talk to 2 or 3 of them and see which one wins. Okay. She didn't just slip up and make that on her own. She's been coached. So you leave these fellas without nothing. You leave them out there in the cold, cold world. Leave them starving. Don't give him too much time. Don't give him too much attention. Make him work for it. Make him work for it. Don't just give it to him. Make him work for it. How many of you tell your daughters that? Your granddaughters that? Make him work for it. All right, we got Justin here on Zoom. Justin, what's on your mind? Oh, boy, Justin is here. He's got headphones on. Justin, you might need to take those headphones off, son. Clearly, we are having a failure to communicate. He is just looking at the screen, y'all. He's probably going to hear it. He's listening to YouTube is what he's doing. He's not listening to Zoom. So he had his opportunity to speak to me, and then he just kind of fumbled the ball. So he'll be hearing this a little bit later after I go ahead and drop him on Zoom here. All right, Justin, you had your opportunity. He'll be hearing this in just a few moments on YouTube. He'll be sitting there talking to himself for a minute. Yeah, it's me. What? No, and he's gonna take his headphones off. And I've gone ahead and dropped him, but now he's gonna be upset in a few minutes. When he starts putting all this together, he's gonna be talking to himself about the next 30 seconds, and then he's gonna be real upset. So, gave him an opportunity. Gave him an opportunity there. Look, fellas, it's a cold game out here. It's a cold game. You can be the richest simp in the world. You're still a simp. You can sit up here and chase your gospel thoughts. It is what it is. Whole bunch of folks out here don't know what's happening. You got your woman out here throwing your sexual business in the streets, and you just got to sit there and watch it. Now you're locked up and you're handcuffed to the game. It's a hell of a spot to be in, but that's the world we're in right now. Fellas, take your time, do your vetting, make them fat sacrifice, make sure they're actually interested in you. Personality is a nice thing. Personality needs to be in balance. Otherwise, that value runs out real quick. Look, a man can make the decisions in this world that he wishes to make, and he can go down the road that he wishes to go down, but when it predictably ends badly, he got to hold that L. And some fellas are pre-programmed to just keep running that L book. Some of them are pre-programmed to keep doing that. Keep your eyes and your ears open. Got a little bit of something extra we're going to do here tonight. For everybody else who is stuck around here, we're going to do a little bit of something extra tonight. A little bit of something extra. Let me make sure the screen is where it needs to be. Okay, there's the screen there. All right. Let's go ahead and see if we can check in a few things here. As promised here before, it is Friday. We just got through a winter storm. I've been doing too much broadcasting this week here, but I wanted to go ahead and keep the family a little bit of company. I figured that might help for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over some of the sound clips that I received. What? So I've gotten some folk who have sent me some. I think some of them are the good, the bad, the ugly. Not really sure which one it is, but I've gotten some of the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to take a few moments here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let y'all go ahead and weigh in on it tonight. I'm checking to see if I downloaded everything. Think I got everything. Okay. No, I might have missed one. Let me go see if I can get, yeah, I think I may have missed one. Okay. So if you all would like to go ahead and review this, we can. Sandra, where are you? Sandra, you tripping. She was supposed to take care of that. Sandra, I've been waiting on it. You're doing wrong. You're doing wrong. This is why I do you dirty sometimes, because things like this happen. Things like this happen. You keep trying to get me to do right, and it's just, but then you do stuff like this, and I'm like, oh, now I got to be a menace. Now I got to be a menace. So ordinarily I would make it easier for you, but now I gotta be a menace to you. All right, so if you all are interested in doing that, give me the radio emoji in the chat room. If you are interested in doing that, give me the radio emoji in the chat room. I'll see if we can go ahead and get something going for that. But if you're interested in doing that now, tonight, just give me the radio emoji in the chat room. If folks are not interested, we'll just do it some other time, I guess. We'll just do it some other time. Everybody who missed it will be upset. So everyone who missed it will be upset. Okay, looks like folks want to do that. I'm seeing a whole bunch of radios in here, so look like some folks want to do that. Looks like they do. Okay. Got one there. All right, let's go ahead and get the other. All right, let's go ahead and start from the top here. We're going to go ahead and start from the top, so just keep up with these. All right, Alondra, thank you very much. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this right now then. All right, first up here is from Amanzi. He did a few of them. He actually did some improvisation. Let me go ahead and see if I can get from Amanzi. And by the way, if y'all don't like any of them, you can just say none. But just, you might want to write these down, so just so you be aware of which ones you liked or which ones you didn't. So from Amanzi, this is his first nigga what?
Nigga what? Nigga what?
All right, that's from Amanzi. That's the first nigga what?
Nigga what?
That was the first one. Let's go see another one.
Nigga what? Nigga what?
All right, that was his number 2. Nigga what?
Nigga what?
He even had reverb on it. All right, that's nigga what? All right, we're going to go to Ho Please. This is from Amanzi still. He gave me Ho Please.
Ho Please. Ho Please.
All right, he gave me another one with something extra on it.
Ho Please, stop the cap. Ho Please, stop the cap.
All right, he gave me another one.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
All right, now he gave me a get off my phone.
Man, get off my phone. Man, get off my phone. Man, get off my phone.
All right, next up is get your ass off my phone.
Get your ass off my phone.
Sounds like you've been talking to telemarketers.
Get your ass off my phone.
All right, next he's got something I didn't ask for, but okay.
Yeah, aight.
He volunteered something there.
Yeah, aight. Okay, all right.
I think he's trying to channel his inner Jason Black. I think that's what he's doing there. I think he's trying to do me. All right, next I've got from Ashari. Ashari gave me ho what?
Ho what?
Okay, Ashari, that's supposed to be ho please, actually. That's supposed to be ho please. All right, next we got Tress Faye gave me a ho please. Okay, that's not gonna work so well. Actually, it's not popping up there. Okay, they give me a weird file format. But I got something for all seasons. So let's try ho please from Tress Faye.
Ho please. Ho please.
All right, that's Tress Faye. Ho please. All right, let me get down here to Flex Express. Flex Express gave me something. Let me see what they got. Flex Express gave me nigga what?
Nigga what?
All right, sound like Hulk Hogan for a minute.
Nigga what?
All right, it's running wild on you. He gave me another one.
Nigga what? Nigga what?
All right, so that was Flex Express. Let me see, from Mongo Slade, he gave me a nigga what?
Nigga what?
All right.
Nigga what?
Okay, he gave me that right there. And that was a good one there. Just might need to get some clarity into the end of that, though. It's allergy season.
Nigga what?
I'm going to have to edit that one. And that's Mongo Slade there. He gave me a nigga what straight out of prison. Let's see. Michael. Michael gave me a nigga what, I think.
Nigga what? Nigga what?
Okay, that was Michael with a firm nigga what.
Nigga what?
All right, if you like it, just make sure you write it down. That was from Michael. That was from Michael. Okay, let me see. Did I do Ocean Slim already?
Nigga, what?
Okay, that's Ocean Slim. He's fighting with his microphone, though, but...
Nigga, what?
Okay, Ocean Slim. Ocean Slim with the nigga what?
Nigga, what?
All right, he gave me a second one.
Nigga, what?
I don't know why. He slam dunking his microphone, though.
Nigga, what?
Right, that was Ocean Slim. That was the second one from him. Let me see. I have another recording in here.
Nigga, what?
Okay, not offending. Now I know what that is. Okay. All right. Last one I have, the last set I have here is from Keena. The last set I have here is from Keena. I seen you in the chat room, ma'am. She sent me about 7. So let me go ahead and walk it down.
Ho, please.
Okay, that's Keena. That is Keena with a ho, please.
Ho, please.
Okay. Okay, Keena, is that she says she want her $25. Okay, we'll see.
Get off my phone.
All right, she said get off her phone, y'all.
Get off my phone.
All righty, let's try for a third one here.
Nigga, please.
Okay. She's giving us a different inflection on please.
Nigga, please.
All righty then. Let's try number 4.
Nigga, please. Nigga, please.
All right. That's number 4 from Keena. Nigga, please, number 4.
Nigga, please.
Okay, that's number 5.
Nigga, please.
Sound like she got her dude next to her laughing with her.
Nigga, please.
Yeah, sound like she got her dude sitting right there next to her laughing. All right, let's go to number 6.
Get off my phone. Get off my phone.
Okay, she was on a roll.
Get off my phone. Get off my phone.
All right, and number 7.
Hey, Jason.
Oh, let me stop right there because I think that was she was sending me a shout out. So it's not exactly a sound drop there, so she didn't give me a shout out for it. All right, folks. So those were our entrants. I hope you took a moment to write those down. Hope you took a moment to write those down. Let me see. Oh boy. All right. We'll try this. All right. Hope this doesn't do too much here. Hope y'all remember the names. They're going to have to watch somebody saying, "You do it again." All right, we're going to have a vote here. I'm going to throw up a poll in the chat room and have a vote for it. Let's put up Amanzi. I might have to do that twice. I don't know. There's too many of them for that, though. All right, for those of you who are writing it down, give me the 2 you like best, not just one. Give me the 2 that you like best, and not just their name. Now, what it was that they said. Give me the 2 that you like best. Name. Go ahead and put in the chat room. Name for me the 2 that you like best. Not just one. Give me the 2 you like best. I will not look kindly on Smart Alex there. I just want answers in the chat room. So if you take it as an opportunity to try to get attention and just keep it to yourself, be a hell of a stupid way to get banned, let me tell you. I thought I was being funny. Okay, your comedian career might end the ban. This isn't your moment. Some people are looking, you see me. Okay. A lot of folks saying Michael. G said Mango and the one before him. Okay. Got some for Amonzi and Michael, Ocean Slim and Michael. All right, so Michael is getting a whole bunch here. Michael's getting a whole bunch here. Okay, folks in the chat room talking about they're voting for the couch. Don't get yourself blocked. I didn't ask for anything extra. This isn't, my chat room's not for you to try to get your comedian career kicked off. We don't have, nobody asked for you to make a really lame attempt at humor. Didn't ask for it. That'll be the last time I give a warning. The next warning will just be getting removed. So this isn't romper room. It's not second grade English class. Okay, so folks like Ocean Slim, Michael has gotten a lot of votes for that. So Michael's gotten a lot of votes for that. Michael's gotten a lot for that. Let me see here.
Nigga, what?
Okay, I think folks like that one. China Doll says she liked Amonzi 2 and 3.
Nigga, what? Hope, please.
All right, folks really like Michael there. Folks really like Michael, so I've seen some others in there also. Somebody, they liked Ocean Slim. A few of them did.
Nigga, what?
Okay. Nigga, that would be a good alternative for it.
Nigga, what?
That might make a good alternative for it. One person said like Mongo.
Nigga, what?
All right, one person liked Mongo there also. Okay, well, definitely Michael. Gotten a whole bunch of those.
Oh, what?
All right. Okay, there's some folk who liked Ocean Slim doing it too.
Nigga, what? Nigga, what?
All right, so far that seems to be it there. So Michael has certainly resonated with a lot of folk. Michael has resonated with a lot of folk there, so I will definitely take that under advisement. Could be.
Nigga, what?
I just gave Flex one more spin there. Give Flex one more spin for that.
Nigga, what?
Okay. Yeah, like I say, I mean, most everybody's approved of Michael, so definitely I think that one is very much on deck. See folks there about Ocean Slim. Few for the other ones there. Seems like those two might be making their mark on that. Seems they might be making their mark on that. So I'll see about getting in touch with them. What the hell happened to Sandra? What is she doing? 1 minute she was there, 1 minute she was out. She done ghosted me. All right. Okay, there's some folks who said they like the first one from Flex now.
Nigga, what?
No, that was the first one from Flex.
Nigga, what?
And that was the second one. Oh, that's no problem, Keena. Just keep that natural ice cold. It's Friday, so keep that natural ice cold. Okay, well, I'll definitely be adding them up. I'll definitely add them up and take you all's. I'll take your votes under consideration for that. I think we got a few in here we can use. I'm still waiting for a good hoe, please. Michael's got a good attitude on that. I think Ocean's a good second for that. So, still waiting for a good hoe, please, and a good hoe and a good get off my phone. So I'm still waiting for a good hoe, please, and a good get off my phone. I'll add them up. I'm still waiting for a good hoe, please, and a good get off my phone. So I'm still waiting for that. To see how that goes. But so far for nigga what, we might have what we need for that. It just depends. I also would like to get a female for that too. Like I say, it's got to be the right one. If I get one that's the right one for the female, if I get a female who delivers a right one, then I'm definitely game for that also. Yeah, ho please. If I get the right female for it, if we get the right female to do ho please, she sound like she's straight out the projects. If we can get the right female to do ho please, the way they yelling at them chicks down the street, like ladies, just channel your inner hood right. When the girls owe you money, and she talking about can she get it to you in another 2 weeks? Now you loaned her that money 4 weeks ago. She said she pay you back in 1 week. It's been 4 weeks later. She talking about can she get another 2 weeks? Ho, please. So think of it in those regards. That might be the way that goes. Think of it that way. When that chick owe you money after a whole month and you finally caught up with her and she's still like, oh, can I get an extension? So think of it in those regards. All of y'all done had to square up on the broad who tried to play you like that. She had no problem finding you when she was needing some money. Now she got a problem finding you when it's time to pay it back, though. She got a problem doing that. Okay, on Zoom, there's an Eric on Zoom. Eric, you've been asked to go ahead and make sure you have your camera and your microphone turned on for me here. I'll give you 5 seconds to go ahead and take care of that. Just so we don't have any trolling issues. Nobody else will be able to see you except me. But just to make sure we don't have any trolling issues, let's make sure we go ahead and do that. I can give you 5 seconds. I can give you 2 more seconds, and then I'm going to have to go ahead and move on. Can't wait around all night for that, so I can give you a few more seconds, and that'll be it. Okay, Eric has decided that he is going to take the evening off here, so he'll take the evening off. All right. In the chat room there, you can send that to handlethebusiness@yahoo.com. In the chat room, you can send that to handlethebusiness@yahoo.com. So that'll be available for you there. Yeah, there you go. All right. Got that in there in the chat room. So handlethebusiness@yahoo.com. Like I said, had some pretty good ones here. Still a few others we're looking for. And like I said, I'm taking them under advisement. I might use some you all didn't expect. Of course, I want to thank every person who has made a submission for that. I definitely thank all of you for doing that and giving me some options. So I definitely appreciate that to everybody, even you, Keena. Hell, even you, Sandra, even though you funny now, but even you. So definitely, like I say, I still have a few more I'm interested in. Still like a few more, so y'all know what's lacking on those. I got a few more I'm still available for, so let me know. And Amanzi, you're welcome to resubmit. Scary, anybody else there, you're welcome to for the ones that we're still missing on there. So I got a few of them, but I'm willing to hold out a little bit longer. To get that together. So take it as positive criticism there that can be worked on and be adjusted. Take it as something you can adjust on. Even you, Keena. So get that dude away from you. You got a fella in there rubbing you on the leg while you're trying to do a sound bite while dude's rubbing you on the leg. You're distracted, Keena. You got your natural ice in one hand and that dude rubbing you on the leg on the other one playing some Bobby Boob Land. So I think I found where your issue is. I think I found your issue. So if you can get that resolved, that might be able to take care of that for you there. Might be able to take care of that. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here tonight. It's been a cold week, but it's starting to get a little bit warmer here. If you are new here to the business, welcome to the program that all your favorite YouTubers love to hate watch. Click that red subscribe button. Click that notification bell. Join us each and every time that we're here. If you're not a member of our Patreon, the link is in the description. We do it every weekend, 12 noon Central Time. You are more than welcome to join us. Also, another announcement here for my channel members. I'm going to experiment with something new. I've never done this before. I told you that 2025 would be a year like nothing you've seen. Now, you all know how I am about people suggesting subjects to me. You know how I am about that. You know I don't like that. You know I don't dig it. You know I don't like it because it becomes like an Indian bazaar. People just grab stuff from everywhere and start throwing it at me. So and I'm busy enough to begin with, so just taking out time to do that is a hassle. However, for my channel members, assuming you have, a certain rank on it. If you're new, it might not work. But for those of you who have, I think, the second tier or higher, I may start putting up the option where before I do a program or maybe the middle of the week or whatever, I'll put up a post that allows you to suggest. I don't want to say suggest topics because people just talk about anything. But if there's a subject or something that's going on that you think would be appropriate or do you think would be most relevant for us to address here on the business that week, if there's something in particular for people who are channel members, I'm going to start putting up posts that allow you to make suggestions. So everybody else, I pay it no mind. If you email me with it, I block you. If you get on my program, you're off topic. But for channel members, for the first time ever, I'm willing to open that up. So for those of you who are channel members here on YouTube now, this is not something you have to go outside of YouTube for. You have the ability to sign up to be a channel member on YouTube. I think it's on the post page or whatever, but you can sign up to be a channel member here on YouTube. And if you have anything from the second tier or higher, I'm going to start putting up the ability I'll put up like a post probably maybe at the beginning of the week or the middle of the week where you'll have the ability to suggest if it's a video, subject, or whatever, something that's happening, that's going on, that you, for all the folk who are like, I wish Jason would talk about this. I wish Jason would talk about that. Ooh, this happened over here. I wish that would happen. Okay, I'm going to give you a means to be able to do that. So I'll give you a means to be able to do that now. So if you're a channel member for the first time ever, I have not done this ever in my decade and a half of broadcasting. I've never allowed people to suggest things. I don't do that. But for my channel members, I'm willing to go ahead and open it up to you. So if you're a channel member, be looking for a post that will allow you the ability to do that. It'll only be visible to you on a certain tier now. It'll only be visible to channel members. I'm not the bottom tier, but if you got the second tier or higher than that, it'll only be available to you. You'll be the only ones who can see it. So for everybody else, don't get upset. Very simple way to be able to go ahead and weigh in on that also. Have some new things happening. As a matter of fact, there's already been some stuff that's posted, but I got some more questions I want to ask. So for my channel members, I'm not done asking questions yet. Not done asking questions yet because there's some nuts and some bolts in there. There's some nuts and some bolts in there, and there'll be some new things that are coming this year. And I'm interested to see what you all might think about it. If you join me on Patreon tomorrow, I'm going to have more questions about it. So I'm really fleshing this out and really seeing exactly how the nuts and bolts of it will work. So if you're not a member of the Patreon, you might want to consider that. I may want to go ahead and go in depth about that tomorrow. More things are coming here. Keep your eyes and your ears open. I told you stuff was going to be happening. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to tonight's program, live or recorded. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And this concludes tonight's broadcast of The Business. I am your host, your brother, your humble servant, Mr. Jason Black. And until next time, my brothers and my sisters from around the world, remember, handle your business or your business will handle you.